Alright, welcome to Chaotic Calling Streaming. I'm your DM Starwind and I'm about to take Dancing Lights through another day in the world of Elsperia. Join us as we continue to discover and explore. Joining me, we have... who's here? Borden, the Dwarven Cleric of Kazia.
Hello.
In Sidaria, the Divine Warlock of Illumina.
Hello, everyone.
Oscar, the Half-Elf Draconic Sorcerer. Luslin, the Elven Arcane Archer.
Mon.
And Zareth will be joining us here shortly as he gets his supper taken care of. He's up. And we have another person here who we will get to whenever she shows up. So, last time, Dancing Lights finalized several more house hiring and started to organize the homestead as an active business unit for bakery, smithy, and alchemists. Oscar goes investigates new job postings, and before long, Dancing Light are out starting work in the field as they investigate an ongoing theft from cultists stealing from the local area of Dragonspine. So we're making our way to Dragonspine. And the last time we left off, we were finishing up in Felran, where we got to meet with Granny, a green dragonborn who runs an alchemy shop, and I think that's about where we picked up, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, let's see here. Either you were visiting? Yeah, it was next morning, wasn't it? So yeah, you did your shopping around the outpost, and then you're like, getting ready to leave again. Is there anything else you want to do in Felran before you head out? Well then tell me what we're doing, Dancing Lights.
I think I'm good on potions and all that.
Had we not just haggled with horses or something?
You have 2 war horses pulling your carriage right now.
Yep.
That was before the trip, back in Timor. And now you're on the road from Felran.
Okay, so I was just.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a week, right?
Well, on forth, everyone. To adventure.
To adventure. So, Felran and Dragonspine are maybe a day apart. Unless you like want to rush it a little bit. Like if you push the horses a little bit, you might be able to arrive there like right at nightfall. So what do you want to do?
We could keep the horses at a steady pace, right, everyone?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether or not we get there before night. Make camp done before.
Alright, so pretty much we're going to be on the road. So let me get somebody fresh to do a daily perception. Who would like to take
I
it?
believe Zareth did it. I believe Borden did it.
Would you like to do this one?
I guess.
Alright, go ahead and make me a perception check, and I'll check the table real quick. Alright, let's see what we get. Yep, she... Sorry, I'm just reading something real quick. If there's any conversation you guys want to have while you're on this trip, please, by all means, go ahead.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot to travel.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, Lucien, how long did you serve the army again?
About 200 years.
What was your favorite achievement that you did?
Can't say I was much of a high achiever. Just did my duty and fought more wars than I like to admit. I wasn't in it for the glory.
Made a lot of friends, though.
All of friends, most are done and gone, but yeah.
At least you have their ancestors. I mean, their
Descendants.
descendants. There we go. Descendants to look after.
Hmm.
If I looked after every descendant, I would have absolutely no time to myself. But I do check in every now and then.
Let's see here.
Well, that's nice of you to do.
Does Roll 20 finally let me in, by the way?
Yeah, there you are.
Yes.
Yeah, you're showing up. Cool.
So, traveling along this road, you see, I guess the rest of you would see, and it's like Sydney just kind of misses it. But there's like this painter and this dog laying lazily next to him. And he's like looking at this scenery of Dragonspine Mountain that's in the background as you're heading closer and closer to Dragonspine. And he's just taking in the scenery and he's drawing out a picture and whatnot. Out of all the incoming and outgoing caravans that you've kind of come across along the road, this here is like the one thing that most of you caught. Just seeing this gentleman over here like painting a scenic portrait on the side of the road. What would you like to do? Don't you all answer at once.
I mean, I see no need to disturb the man. He's
Well,
changing.
tell me you don't want to do anything and we'll move on. I mean, it's just something that you do see.
Keep going, man.
Alright. So you continue on until you reach safe spot to camp. Your night goes over pretty quietly. Now, is there anything you want to do as nighttime sets in? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Don't have dinner.
That was the most pathetic and horrible excuse for lasagna ever.
Alright now.
Well, I just seeing how I was doing.
yeah.
And I'm going to be needing a longer break because at some point I'm gonna get hungry again because it was disgusting.
Well, we'll go for a little bit and then we'll get a break. Let's everybody keeps. Alright. So, we just passed by some artists doing some scenic work, and then you guys make camp for the night after passing that scene. And like I said, is there anything you want to do for this night before you make it to Dragonspine the next day?
Use my alchemist job to get me another vial of poison.
Alright.
And then try to distill them.
Why would you distill them? I mean, that would weaken the poison.
No, as in making them stronger.
Concentrating.
Oh, concentrate, okay.
Thank you,
And
that's the word. Sorry.
Yeah. Alright, well then make me a alchemy check and we'll see how that goes.
nothing is happening.
Yeah. You go through the process, and it seems like this here is pretty standard stuff, and it's not going to get any better. So you basically have what you started with.
Okay.
But yeah. Is there anybody else that needs to do anything for tonight? Well, just this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. If nothing, then I will continue.
Okay. I'd like to try to get better with the horses if possible. Can I roll animal handling?
What are you trying to do?
Try to get a better relationship.
Okay, so you're just kind of like smooth talking them and everything. Go ahead and roll with animal handling. We'll see how that goes. So you're petting one of the horse's heads, and I think we had names for these, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Iron.
Well, there's two of them.
I'm Rolf.
And Roth. Yeah, Roth and
Roth.
that one guy. Roth is very accepting of your path. He's like, whatever. But Arion's like, who do you think you are to touch me? Kind of like shies away from you, kind of like snorts at you as you get close to him.
Damn it.
Yeah, well, bad animal handling, right?
The one that I want the actual
Mm-hmm.
conversation with is the one that hates
The
me.
one that you want the conversation. Why are you talking to horses?
Want to try to maybe get a feat later on for it.
Are we gonna? Yeah. I could see.
Are you gonna multi-class into druid?
No, he's
No,
gonna
no.
take an invocation that allows him to fucking talk to animals like fucking Raskin.
No, I want to take the like horse riding
Oh,
feat after I get
horse riding?
with
okay.
the thing
That was different. That was different than I was thinking. All right.
Well, I feed both of the horses a good berry because we didn't buy grains for them.
Right. So they're enjoying some good berries. And the nighttime kind of progresses to your watches and whatnot. And since we're doing a daily check instead of the watch check, I'll just kind of, I'll say very low. Something might happen. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going. That's not very low. Alright. So, yeah, you guys pretty much finish up the entire night. Unless there's anything you want to add to it, you're free to stop me and we'll go ahead and add. But we'll go ahead and kind of get through tonight. Y'all start waking up the next morning. Okay. And then preparing the trip once more. You make your way to Dragonspine, and within about 2 to 3 hours, you come across this giant white bone that kind of protrudes from the mountain. And it goes for miles. And then eventually it kind of comes towards this town. And this bone is just like the top of the wall. And then there's a gate. And then it just kind of goes forward a little bit. And then there's like this neckline that comes towards the road. And this giant skull that's just kind of like greeting you there. Like a giant dragon maw of a white bone skull just kind of greeting you as you kind of come into town. So you have to go underneath this maw and literally enter into Dragon's Spine through the mouth. You can see
Well, that's not on it at all.
yeah. And you see several watchtowers around the gates, you know, and as you look up, a majority of the people who are guarding this place are Dragonborn. You can see every kind of scale types, gold Dragonborn, who seem to be like lead roles. You know, just kind of shouting out orders. You can see some red Dragonborn, some black Dragonborn, different colorations. It's a very, very sharp mix of, you know, like colorations here, which wouldn't normally be the case in a full dragon society, but Dragonborn are more humanoid, so they kind of tolerate each other a little bit better than dragons themselves. But, you know, you make your way through the maw, you get to the gate, and then like one of the Dragonborn kind of shout down there, "Hey, what's your business?"
We're here to see the Church of Illumina.
No, you're here for them well-wishers. Alright, open the gate. And give me 1 second here. I'm going to go ahead and change that server setting over for you. And we'll get right back into this. 3, 2, 1. Test, test. Hello? Alright, we're good. Yeah. Alright, so...
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. As you go through Dragon's Spine, the literal spined wall that's right there, you find yourself opening into this... Huh?
So we're inside of the rib cage?
Well, they took off the rib cage per se and made wall for the entire spine to just kind of sit on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but they left the head and they're like, we'll just have people come through the head, it'll be fine. So it's kind of like Taurus-y in a way. But, you walk, you make your way in and then it comes into like cobblestones. Pathways being led this way, that way, left, right, north, east, southwest. You have cobblestones and you can hear the clomping of your horses as you start, making your way deeper and deeper into the city. So, you're looking for the Temple of Illumina. And I need to look over my notes. Are you going straight to the temple, or did you want to make a stop anywhere?
Question star.
Answered.
The Dragonborn said well star or something like that?
Huh?
Is that a common phrase?
Well wishers.
Well wishers,
sorry.
yeah. He was just being snarky.
Okay.
No, hold on. What did I put that under? There we go. Task and bounty board. I need to reread who we need to talk to real quick. Or do you have that information on hand? That'd be great. Sister Albright. That's who it was. Alright. Got that info. So yeah, how do you want to go about this? You want to just go straight to the temple or try to find the temple, or do you want some descriptions of how this town looks, or what are we looking for?
I mean, descriptions would be nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm looking for a tavern or an inn.
the main street kind of shoots through from here, going east to west, or west to east in your case. You see many streets, all this being cobbled out as well. No dirt roads in this city, and there's sidewalks next to the buildings themselves, so there's places for pedestrians to walk carefully back and forth to each location. And as you're going about, I don't know, maybe about a couple minutes in, you can kind of see like the outline of businesses as you kind of encroach upon the business district, which is in the central hub here. You do see an inn, and you see a tavern, and then a few other shops that are close by for convenience. Let's go into this. As you look up to the inn, you see the name Dragon Claw Inn, and it's got like a dragon's claw on a wooden sign. And then across from Dragon Claw Inn is Hellstone Tavern. So there's an eatery, drinkery tavern that's across the street from the inn, and you can see many individuals going in and out, even though it's like early morning. Or no, it's about mid-afternoon, I guess, by the time you get here. Looking further down the street here, we have an armory that you can see, and a weapon shop nearby from that. And then there's this strange alchemy shop that's got some kind of like plant on the sign. And as you kind of approach these locations, you can read the names Iron Scale Armory. And then go into the weapon shop, you can see the Goaded Armada. And then get to the alchemy shop, you can read Peyote Ugly Alchemy Shop.
Peyote Ugly.
Yep, Peyote Ugly. But, and there's various other businesses that may be around. I just haven't fully explored it, so if there's something specific you're looking for, you let me know. Kind of figure that out as we go. But for the basis, this is what we have available for us up front. So, and then, if you go further in, Well, I don't know. You don't know where the temple is per se, so you might want to stop and get clues, I guess. What do you guys want to do at this point?
Can I look and see if there's any spires of illumination that I would recognize?
Spires.
Like, since it's a church, or wouldn't the symbol be on the top of it?
Make an
Or no?
investigation check.
Personally, I would assume these churches would be extremely tall.
No, you don't see anything of the like. Like, looking around, I know what you're trying to aim for here. You're like a cathedral of some sort, or something glorious, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking for it, and you're looking for it, and you're like, I don't see anything. It's not here? What's going on? So you don't have any idea where this temple is. Not from just glancing around and looking over the neighborhood. As you guys are like passing over the tavern location, this waft of freshly cooked meats kind of hits you guys. You can hear, you've been eating rations for like what, maybe 3 or 4 days, unless you've been cooking anything decent. But there's some really good food going on in this tavern right now, and it is kind of close to lunchtime.
I mean, I'd see no reason not to stop them. Slaughter.
Alright.
We're getting food. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do now is kind of go into this tavern. Well, I don't have one drawn up or anything, so we still got the plain silly map there. But so you go into Hellstone Tavern. This tavern has all its tables and chairs kind of out to the edge, and there's like an open circle in the middle of the room. You look towards the bar, and there's like this gnome standing on top of a soapbox or something. He's like tending his little bar and just passing drinks around and everything. You could see a half-orc woman going around in the circle in a way, just kind of like passing out drinks and then passing out meals. And you can see some of the good meal that they got. It's like fried chicken, they got steaks, they got like all kinds of beef products, along with potatoes and hash browns or whatever. Just all kinds of fattening food that you think a dragonborn would enjoy. And there are several dragonborn kind of lined up for lunch here, and they're all getting in, and you guys can kind of take a seat somewhere along this circular edge, or even at the bar if you want it. That seems to be vacated at the moment.
Are there any tables free so that we can observe the rest of the room?
There's a couple of tables like in the left side as soon as you walk in that could probably fit your entire party. It'd take up 2 tables though.
Yeah, I'll take those 2 tables then.
Alright. I'm gonna see who's gonna wait on you. So, this little gnomish girl, who seems to have similar features as the owner, as you kind of take back and forth and look, and she has a cute little frame and is dressed in her barmaid outfit, and you'd think she was dressed more purposely for this job than the other 2 barmaids, and she just kind of pipes in, "So, what can I get for y'all? This your first time to Dragon Spine? I don't think I've seen you guys around here before. The food here is delightful. Tell me what you want." And she kind of like passes out menus to each and every one of you. "We can start you with drinks. Just let me know what's on your mind."
Well, the dwarf wants tea, and I guess the rest of us you can give some ale.
Well, I don't need alcohol. Last time was really bad.
Oh, makes sense.
Make it 2 tea.
2 teas, and then everybody else wants ale. Is that right?
Yes.
Alright. And then, you got your selection on this menu. Like, if you want something meaty, I mean, just kind of think of something that sounds really good, because they probably got it. If it's filled with meat, if it's filled with fattening type foods, I mean, they probably got it. You're looking for ham, you're looking for roast, you're looking for roast beef? Yeah, we got it.
Ribs.
Ribs, yeah.
Eggs will be fine.
Do you have any brisket?
Oh, brisket, absolutely. She says, we could make you up a brisket sub if you want. One of our
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Great. And anything else for the rest of you? And it comes with a side of, like, fries or something, potato wedges.
Some mixed grilled stuff and some potatoes, I guess.
Alright. And what about you? And she's kind of looking towards Oscar and Lucilin.
I'll just have eggs.
Just eggs. Eggs was breakfast, dear. It's lunchtime now. I mean, we'll make it for you if that's what you want.
That'll be fine.
Alright. And kind of turning toward Borden and Lucilin. And what about you two?
I mean, just a cutting some potatoes sounds good.
Yeah.
Cut a meat, whatever you recommend.
Oh, I can add more brisket to it if you want.
I don't
Or-
need meat and brisket.
Or how about a
Meat
steak
is
or
the
something? Or steak?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Steak potatoes for you. What about you, my elven friend?
Largest steak you've got.
I'm sorry?
Largest steak you've got.
Largest steak we got. Okay. And you want some potatoes to go with that as well?
Have it fine.
All right. She takes everybody's order. I got everybody, right? And she kind of rushes the order, and it takes about it takes about 15 minutes. And she comes out with this big old tray with everybody's plate on there, handing over what Zareth ordered, handing over what Borden and Sydney, and down the line, and everybody's got this plate. At about this time, as you guys are about to start eating, Lexi, tell us about your character as she comes bursting in with this hungry, raverous need to eat.
Yeah. About that. Yeah, she barges in the door and like is being like loud, and her tummy's being loud, basically. And she's trying to observe people and who all are near their food and who all are not.
And you see
So-
a whole fresh cut of food over here at this table where these guys just sat down. Tell them about the character they see, though. Like,
So she's a silverborn dragon, or silver dragonborn. Hold on a minute.
minute reset.
Doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo.
Complicated stuff is happening.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go throw a brick at somebody. Maybe, I don't know.
Yes.
Brick throwing is in fact the national sport of America, alongside freedom and
Sounds legit.
And professional tag.
Rig
professional
throwing.
tag.
Professional.
Doesn't necessarily but
We have a professional dodgeball team now.
So sorry about that, guys.
Did you throw a brick at him?
So yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You threw a brick at it?
So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, back in.
But
So
yeah.
you're silver.
So she is about 7'8". Well, 7'8".
Yeah, she's a tall one.
She looks pretty thick. Her eyes are violet, like a beautiful violet. And her scales on her tummy is like a dark gray, along with her horns.
But you're in a robe or something, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're really hungry. What do you want to do? You smell
I'm gonna
brisket.
try my luck. I'm gonna try my luck.
What do you want to
I'm
do?
going to approach them.
Uh-huh.
Would I notice this with my passive perception?
Oh, you see her
I think
burst
two of
in,
us
and
would, yeah.
everybody just kind of turns heads. Like half the room is looking at her. Yeah, you noticed. Trust me. She is not hiding herself at all.
Nope.
And she just stomps towards your table.
Her talons clicking and everything.
Yeah. So you get to their
I'm
table.
going to move one of my hands beneath my cloak on my knife.
Okay. You do that.
Can I audibly hear her tummy rumbling?
Perhaps. Well, you don't even know why she's coming towards you. She's just coming at you with a mad rage, it looks like.
Slobbering at the mouth.
Yeah, okay, maybe you could tell she's a little bit hungry. Alright, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna
Let's
cut my.
go ahead. You're gonna cut your what?
Cut my brisket and say, "Do you need some food, madam, or man?"
Do what you want with the female, but leave us alone.
Wow.
Thinly
I
veiled
have some-
hostility there.
I have some really trustworthy companions I can.
Shit.
Oh, I would love some.
Well, here you go. Sit down. And then I'll try to bring up a chair. I guess. You look hungry enough.
Do it.
I'd take the other side too.
She starts eating all of your brisket.
You see the most betrayed trust. Like, I
And then she starts eating your potatoes. And then she just picks your plate up and just shoves the rest of it down her maw. That was a good start. What else you got?
I got moments.
I like this one.
Stuff.
Little lady, what's your name?
Well, I am known as Isabella. But you can call me Izzy if you'd like.
Is your stomach gonna be okay with that plate in you?
You're looking around. You're still
I
ravenous.
start licking the plate.
I'll wave over for the barkeep.
Yeah. Whoa, hey, Isabella.
I'm going to move my food away from Isabella.
What can I get for you guys?
I think I
You call her
cowed
by
for this
name.
one.
How often she come in here to do this?
Oh, she doesn't. What's she doing?
So the barkeep doesn't know her?
Oh no, they know her, but this is different to them. It's like, Isabella, did you do something that you shouldn't have?
You seemed a little hungry
That I
there.
shouldn't have.
What'd you do?
The old broad and the alchemy.
You tried another one of her potions? What's wrong with you? I keep telling you that
I
stuff's
did.
bad. That stuff is bad for you. You shouldn't be doing that.
I thought, what the hell?
And what did you do? And she's trying to weigh out what actually came of it.
I became really hungry,
Really?
and I licked the plates.
And everybody's like walking away from the table. Borden's there, and Sydney's
I'm
like,
thinking, I'm having a ball here.
Yeah,
Poor Cindy had her
yeah,
food
it's
stolen.
Cindy.
I'm
Just your
the
plates.
thing ever.
Did you eat this poor woman's food?
I offered half.
She
and
offered.
She took all.
You should know better than to offer a
Cindy.
dragonborn to begin with.
Cindy, doesn't Aluna teach generosity? When you offered, should you not be happy that she took, even if she took more than you initially thought?
It is happy, but like at least say thank you for your
Yeah, thank you.
things.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I'll go get another plate, I guess. So yeah,
I guess I should feel bad, eh?
Do you though?
No. She was hungry.
Can I incite that statement?
Yeah, you can insight it. Do you want to roll a deception? So you tell him thank you, and you need to roll deception to see if you really are Isabella.
Oh, deception.
Yeah. He's trying to figure you out just by looking at you. You can't read her. So you think she's thankful.
Oh, no problem. That's great to hear.
They put another
Lick my
plate.
lips.
Yeah. And they bring out another plate and they set it in front of Cindy again. Well, here's what you ordered last time. And this brisket is just, delicious from last time, and you just can't help but want more.
Yeah.
Let me have you, not Cindy, but Isabella, roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can resist this.
Nope.
Yeah, you are impulse to devour any food that is near you right now.
I'm gonna be fat by the time I get done.
So what do you do?
I reach over and snatch it.
And then down the gullet again, and
No,
I'm just eating my meal, enjoying my time, watching her snatch all of Cindy's food. I have no problems with this. I've been a little frustrated with you, Cindy. Like, read it and weep.
I'm gonna cut 1/4 off this time and hand it to her. Will
She
this
already
satisfy
stole your-
stomach?
I've already
Hey,
snatched
I
it.
would at least try to stop her, I said.
All right, make a opposing athletics check. Can you roll me
Are you
athletics?
gonna
check?
smack her hand?
Yeah, make an athletics check. We're gonna see if you can snatch it before he does, or she does.
She did.
You did. You need to make one too. Opposing. You have to make it too.
Athletics.
Oh.
Nope.
And this kind of like irks you.
I stop and say, please calm down. If you need more, I'll cut you 1/4 more, but no else. You should be worried about how much you eat.
Hardly
Kinda
can you
look
say
down
Says
something
the
at-
person that has a bakery.
I looked down at myself and I was like, do I look like I need to watch my weight?
That's no table manners. You shouldn't criticize a lady if she eats. You know this.
Thinking back on it, I blush.
Okay, so like, see, this person has imposed themselves on the meal that you so desperately want. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna try to steal it again.
All right,
I'll try to stab it with my talon.
So she's gonna make an attack roll on your hand. Is that what we're doing, or you want to just try to snatch it with like a?
I'm gonna try to snatch the food again.
So, Sydney's like trying to cover it and keep you from doing so, but then you're like bringing your talon claw in there. Make a. I'll say you could choose acrobatics or athletics, and they will have to make an athletics to hold on to their plate. Oh my.
Not like it'll do any good.
Yeah, so he's like, Sydney's like putting her head over the plate, blocking it every which way. So it's like, make another Constitution saving throw. Because if this potion doesn't wear off,
Yeah, she's gonna be hungry for a little
no, she's gonna be more than hungry here in a minute. So make that con save, Lexi. Oh, this is the perfect music for this.
Yes.
Well,
17.
you can choose to fail if you want, but no. You finally, like, your adrenaline of wanting to just punch the day living snot out of this woman kind of builds up in you, And then all of a sudden, that hungering pain from the potion that you took wears off, and you're like, oh, I'm actually full now. But you're still a little bit angry. So you can do with that whatever you want. And in the background, apparently there's a conversation we can't hear.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip of my tail and smack her hand, or smack the top of her head.
So you're gonna smack her in the top of the head with your tail. Make an attack roll with your staff, I believe. Yeah, 9 will not hit, but Sydney kind of ducks on her, and you can see her getting aggressive with you now.
Can you
What?
please calm yourself? This is not proper behavior. And I'll try to
Oh,
persuade
it's
her to
proper for
stop.
me.
Or
What are you gonna do?
can I persuade her or no?
No, you can't. She's a PC.
Okay.
Any persuasion is actual RP.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
on.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta convince her. Quite literally.
This is not proper manners. I offered you half, then you took all, then I offered you 1/4 more. Can you please stop? I'd like to also eat. It's been a long
You
journey.
have rations.
Yes.
Oh man.
Do you want some my rations instead? They're good. They're made out of cranberry and
Anything would
sake.
do.
And here you go. I give her 3 rations.
Do you think she's satisfied with that?
Yeah, she's satisfied.
And you find yourself seated at their table now, with half of them off to the other table, and Borden, Sydney, yourself sitting at this table. Borden just watching with this shit-eating grin.
Yeah, no, like this is dinner and a show.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, can I do perception to see what weapon she's holding or anything like that?
I don't think you need perception to realize she has dragon talons of a dragonborn.
Okay.
But yeah, so what do you guys want to do from here now? As
Do you know the lay of the town, might I ask?
I'm quite familiar with it.
Do you know where the Church of Illumina is?
Could I make an insight check to see if I do?
well, you don't need to, you know, and you know that it's this rinky-dink, almost like a shed-like building that's like a little ways north of this location. So you know you can talk shit about it if you want.
Do you mean that little shack that's north from here?
It's just a shack? Nothing more
It's a
awe-inspiring?
shack.
Huh.
You look very, 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 very. What's the word?
You guys want to have an actual conversation out loud so people don't
What
have
would
to
be-
read?
What would be the word for that? Disappointed. You look very disappointed about it just being a shack.
Well, yes, I'm an official member of the Church of Illumina. One of her guiding lights.
I think we call those clergy.
Clergy.
So, was y'all wanting to go there?
Yes, we have a certain mission. I believe Borden has more of the information on it, or who had it actually?
Oscar.
Oscar.
Yes.
Correction. So what do we have to meet? Sister Albright, correct?
Yes.
Apparently
Well, I
there's
guess I can escort y'all there if y'all need me to. Since y'all
Yeah,
don't,
There's a
y'all
steak
don't know the
flapping in
town
front of
layout.
your face at the moment.
apparently
Do what?
they wanted to drop a stake in front of you. So they're trying to wave a stake in front of you.
There is like a steak on a piece of string dangling in front of you right now.
Oh, okay. My attention just drops and like focuses on the steak.
Do you take it?
And I, with a quick lunge, I snap at it with my strong jaws.
Okay, I try to reel her in.
You what?
I try to
It's on a
reel her in.
string.
Okay. There's no hook on it, so she could just easily eat it and the string fall out of her lips. But you could definitely make a strength check. Athletics, if you like.
Wait, I have an extra hook. We can put a hook in there.
No, you already said it.
I honestly thought you put one in there before, so I was going to say make a dex saving throw.
So you bite into this, you tear the meat off, and then all of a sudden this piece of string just kind of cuts it in half in your mouth. And you're like, oh, how convenient. As the string just kind of flies out of your mouth and back to where it came.
Less work for me. Thank you.
Oh, there's always one that got. There's always one that gets away.
Things at a safe distance.
Hmm. So what's the rest of you doing? Are we having a conversation about where this temple is?
Yes, I'd love to visit since you gobbled all of our food. Maybe
Your
that's-
food, Cindy.
What about that
Yeah,
steak?
that's your food.
The little gnome girl kind of comes back over. So, is this all together, or are you all paying separate?
I
I'm
point
making
at the
a board.
silver dragonborn. She pays.
No, I have no problem paying for at least my food. Cindy's got quite the tab though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll pay for mine.
Alright, so if you're
I
paying,
mean, it's your food.
if you're paying for
I
your
just
Your
eat
food,
it
eggs are like
for
a
you.
silver.
yeah, I'd say yours was really cheap. But anybody who had the meat and potatoes of any of their sorts there would pay probably 5 silver for that. Sydney, your bill's about 5 gold.
Really?
You wanted the brisket.
Well, not only that. Apparently your plate disappeared.
Also, the plate being ruined.
Oh, the plate's fine. I actually had a skip planned for her to do more than just one plate, but anyway. You got lucky. The dice were in your favor. Yeah.
Can you please show us the way? Izzy, was it you said?
Yes, you can call me Izzy. If y'all are ready to go, then I will escort you.
So are you all ready to go?
Well, did Izzy pay for my meal?
Izzy did not.
I believe we paid for our own meals.
She didn't eat your meal anyway, so why
Izzy didn't
should
pay
she?
shit.
Yeah, she wasn't going to either.
Okay.
Like, the gnome knows Izzy, and she knew she wasn't part of your party originally. And if she was going to do anything, it would probably be towards Sydney, not your tab.
So, listen, would you mind if I had that string back? I kind of needed for a spell.
I have no idea what you just said. That's super loud.
String, need back.
Oh yeah, I'll get it back to you.
Okay.
And I'll shine up my armor for one last time with precipitation to make my stuff look really presentable.
Uh-huh. So, we walk... Like, you can leave your horse and carriage at, like, the stable near the inn and tavern location. Because it's like a short walk up and you go about 2 or 3 blocks north of this location, and sure enough, there's this rink-a-dink building. Like, it's no grandeur type thing. It just got the simple symbol of Illumina on a stained plate glass, and it's just like a 1-bedroom, what were they called? Economy apartments or something, where it's just everything is shoved into one room, pretty
like
much.
A studio?
Yeah, studio. That's what I was thinking of. So it's like the size of a studio apartment. As soon as you walk in, you know, you could see like maybe 2 or 3 rows of like scattered chairs, a little podium up top, and like a little off to the side cot that's just out in the open. And sitting on the cot, you can see this golden scale dragonborn. Or hold on, let me make sure, because I don't know if I wrote. I did not write about her, did I? Okay.
No.
Yeah, she's a golden scale dragonborn, Albright, Sister Albright. She's kind of dressed in like nunnery, like looking outfit, you know, the whole black and white types scenario. She just kind of glances up from her cot. Ah, visitors. Are you here to seek the word of Illumina?
Yes, my sister. Nickname is Lightbringer.
Albright. Sister Albright.
Nice to meet you.
Please, come on in. Make yourselves at home. Not much here, but you can all have a seat. And, you know, all the chairs here, it seems to be just about enough for everybody in the party.
Izzy is just gonna stay near the HUD thing.
You gonna stay near the door, or?
Outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you, like, gestured him in?
I'm going to keep my eye on Izzy. I'm going to stay outside as well.
Alright.
I'm gonna find a quiet corner to pray and do my prayers to Illumina, just in private.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pay respect to church.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like this church is fairly, like, how should we say, seriously decked out for prayer and everything, but there are, like, the suitable sections where you can, like, make your prayers known, like a little altar that's kind of erected off to one side. But, like, as far as, like, fully decked out or anything, this place has not seen enough funding, so it seems. And Sister Albright just kind of approaches loudly towards you. I was like, so, what brings you all here today? Are you all adventurers?
Yes, we had received word that there was a cult bothering this church, and we have accepted the offer.
Are you the ones they sent? That's great. It's that I'm not sure what cult it is, but yeah, it's some kind of cult. They were dressed in black robes, and they came when I was sleeping. They woke me up. I seen them out there ransacking my shed, and it's not much of a shed. It's just very little back there. And, you know, I put in word with the guild, and they said they would see about bringing me help. Are you my help? Are you the ones that the light brings?
I believe so, yes.
I'm sorry?
But I believe so, yes.
Oh, you only believe? Well then, is there anything I can offer you? It's some tea. Oh, there's... She's kind of taking an inventory that she doesn't have a lot to offer.
I decide to give her 50 gold. Please, use this to help the church with your funding.
Oh, thank you, dear, thank you. Why, I can't just take this and not give you something back. Wait here a moment and I'll go check to see if I got something. She kind of wanders off, but you guys are like sitting out here, able to converse, talk about things if you want. And
I'll kind of lean over to Borden, the church person of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't churches just accept the donation? Or Does Kazuya give back?
Oftentimes, churches will give tokens of appreciation. Tithe.
Okay.
Yeah, and she kind of strolls back after a moment, and she hands you this wooden token with an emblem of Illumina on it. And she hands it to you and says, "It's nothing much, but here, it's all I have for now. I'm afraid it's all I had time to create."
Thank
Gonna
you
do
very
a
much,
quick
sister.
cast. Take magic and look at the medallion.
What medallion?
Or the talisman that
Token? It's
yeah,
like a little
the
coin.
token, yes.
It's just like a little coin that she handed, a wooden coin that
Okay.
she handed her.
Yeah,
And
I was going to see if it had any magical properties.
there is nothing magical about it. It's just a wooden coin with the emblem of Illumina on it. But she goes on to say, like, yes, the invaders came but a week ago and ransacked everything. I wasn't the only one, but I was the one most devastated because, I don't have much here. Illumina is not as widely worshipped as most would think. But, is there any, did you want to ask her questions about what happened or anything, please? But feel free.
Well, I'm outside. I'm keeping an eye on our new companion.
Is there a conversation happening there?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just
So
standing
you-
there staring at her.
So the two of you are
and I'm
like
just
out.
outside striking range.
Yeah. So you're about, what, 10 feet away from her? She's got her arms folded, you got your arms folded, you're both leaning back against the wall looking at each other with daggers.
Well, I'm not looking at anything. I'm just zoning, I guess.
Oh, so you're just like, this is my life today. I'm just chilling. Okay.
Yep.
I want to insight check that.
What, her? Go for it.
Yes, about her just staring off in the distance, if it is an act or not.
I mean, persuasion or deception, your choice. Otherwise, you could just tell him. You're just looking off to the distance. Is there a reason for it?
No, there's no reason.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, you're just waiting. And inside the temple, Sydney, is there anything you want to ask?
Can I? She said that she enchanted this, didn't she?
I'm sorry, say that again. Lexi coughed
Didn't
over
she
you.
say she enchanted this? She didn't have time to enchant it. Yet
No,
gave
she
me it.
just said she made it. She didn't say she enchanted it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
No.
So what brought you to this predicament of not being well funded, and what brought Illumina here?
oh, I just had this sour ideal to try to open the eyes of Illumina to others. And others are not as perceptive. But then again, Illumina needs no worship. So instead, this also acts as my second home. Or my first home, I should say.
And these people that took these things from you, do you happen to know who they are or know where we can begin looking for them?
It's a good
Anyone that might
question.
have anything against Illumina in this town?
Well, worshippers of Nefarious, probably. Those two have been squabbling for quite some time. Then again, there has been talk of other cultists, so it's hard to say. They said maybe if you speak to the gods, that leads to the north gates out of town. I believe they said they ran out that way if that was their investigation is holding water. But they lost track of him when they were trying to track him through the mountains, because, you know, the mountains kind of shift away. Or maybe they use something from nefarious to make themselves erase their... She's just kind of mumbling at this point. Maybe it was... I don't know. Could be Tiamat's cult? I don't know. And she's just kind of like lost in thought as she's like not sure what else to say to you guys other than she mentions going to the north gate and asking guards about it. So Isabella licks her tail.
I'm clicking my tail. I didn't mean to say lick.
Okay.
No, you lick your tail now.
Alright, calm your tatas. Alright. So is there anything else you want to ask her?
I'm just kind of taking this in.
Yeah.
We have the investigation on the guards there at the northern gate. We can probably look for tracks there. Maybe ordiners or one may be able to pick something up.
Track.
Well, it is a gate too, so the tracks may not necessarily be a good option.
I do hope you find them, because I do believe they stole one of my heirlooms as well. It was a necklace, a medallion of alumina that I used to carry with me, and I left it in the supply shed, not thinking anything of it, because you don't expect people to steal your shit.
And how many times have they stolen from you? Or is this...
They stole everything. It was only the one time, and it was enough to devastate me terribly. But if you were to bring the heirloom back, and hopefully most of my supplies, I might be able to make it through a couple more months.
We'll bring it back to you, sister.
Oh, thank you, child. Thank you, child.
My name of Lightbringer. I will.
Oh, not Sage. Forget your name.
I'm trying to remember my nickname.
Alright, so yeah. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about here, that's pretty much all she has for you.
I mean, beyond her suspicions of, it being nefarious, it could have just been thieves.
And that could be true too. I'm not sure. The guild decided to word it as cults because I described them as black figures dressed in cloaks that seemed a little bit organized.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, either way, yeah. But I do hope you can bring back something. Alright, do you stay or do you go?
I, for one, would like to check out the guards. If anyone else wants to.
Yeah, go with.
I'll follow suit.
So those three come out. Where was Lucelyn during all this?
I believe he said he was praying.
Yeah. So Lucelyn, you can hear them talking like they're getting ready to leave. What do you want to do?
Let's go with them.
Of course. Didn't want to leave you behind. So all four of you, or am I miscounting? Three of you file out. And then you two see everybody kind of coming out of this little raggedy shack temple.
Did you find what she was looking for?
Not
Yes.
quite. We have a lead.
You have a lead.
So-
What do you want to do?
Do you know where the guard post is?
I do. Follow me.
And with that, Isabella will lead you to the North Guard post. You can see going towards the northern gate. It's a little bit of a walk. You might even want to consider getting your carriage. As she kind
Then
of,
should we go back?
yeah, she kind of informs you it's a little ways up.
Do you want me to inform them?
Yeah, you can. You know that it's like maybe 3 or 4
It's a little ways away, so if y'all have a carriage, that would be best.
Just to get an idea of the city, I'm going to get Monty. Kind of fly above, see how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Oh, you're asking me for details now, I see. So this is a fairly big city, considering. Putting it on scale with Timor at least, maybe even a little bit bigger, as Dragonborn seem to want to claim a lot of land. As Monty's like flying over, you can see most of the populace is Dragonborn, and then there's like shades of elves and no, not many elves, but there are a few elves. Few dwarves, and even orcs and half-orcs seem to be wandering the streets.
alright.
But yeah, it's a fairly huge city, and the gate from
Yeah,
where you
but
are.
we may need to actually end up going there. Didn't we come from the north, though?
No, you came from the west.
Okay.
The north leads towards the mountains. So go back, get your carriage. Everybody kind of loads up, and Isabella shows you the way. It takes you about 15 minutes to get to the right place as you're kind of navigating the streets that lead to like the actual guardhouse that you want to go to talk to, where everybody kind of comes in and reports, and it has like temporary holding cells, a little office space, and then there's like the one guy that's behind the desk, and he just kind of looks at you all as you kind of enter in. Yeah, well, what can I do for you? And it's this black scale dragonborn who's just got these spectacles on his eyes, and he's looking down at notes. Just gonna stand there and gawk? Is there a reason you come
Well, I
into
was
my guard
gonna
post?
let someone else take, the
Apparently,
initiative there. To Cindy's church that got robbed.
yeah, Sydney, is this your show today?
Well, you told me last week to not talk too much, and I was
I
Apparently
told you
you-
not to get into everyone else's shit, but this is your church. Like, you have,
Okay.
some
You have a
leeway.
stake in this, yeah.
Okay, I was just worried.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for information about the case for the little church being stolen.
What, did they take the whole church this time? Yeah, that's a good one. And he kind of looks over it.
Isabella kind of looks up and is like, "Shut your damn mouth."
Ah! You been getting in trouble again, or what?
She did eat my
Always.
brisket.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah, he pulls out, like, some notes. He's like, yeah, here we go. So, that incident occurred about a week ago. We informed the guild that we offer a reward for these thieves and bandits if anybody can find them, make them turn themselves in, but a lot of people are being hush-hush on this one. There's this scare that it might be cultists, but I don't think it is.
do you by chance know which direction they fled to?
He kind of points out the door, which, in his defense, is he's pointing directly north towards the mountains. He's like, that way. Went into the mountains, apparently. There might be some cubby holes up there that they can hide up in, but Not much else we can do here.
Thank you very much for the information.
Very
I give
well.
a bow and try to look elegant while I walk away.
I kind of want to make you make a dexterity saving throw on the way out. But no, we'll forego that.
So I would like to ask, kind of not necessarily about the cultist or the church, have there been any reports of thievery, just in general, recently?
Let me see here. High we do, low we don't. There's been some squabbling on the roads. That usually happens anyway, like some common banditry and stuff, but usually it quells itself, if you get my drift. Eventually some
Oh, yes.
near-do-goods come into town and take care of the problem.
Yes, but any reports of thieveries that would be near the church, not necessarily it itself.
I mean, nothing directly with the church, I guess.
So, other than churches or capitals being hit, any stores? How about the people further out? How are they faring?
If people want to be protected by the law here, they need to live within the walls. But you're asking if there's been other places that's been hit in a similar manner? Not too many. Like the Church of Illumina, if that's what you want to call it. But no, the Kazuya Temple seems to be doing alright. I don't think they took any loss. Iron Forge seems to be worshipped a little bit here as well, but he seems to be doing alright. No, I think Illumina was the only one that was seriously raped on this front.
So, no stores that got robbed?
No.
Last week then?
Usually if a store gets robbed, the robber doesn't get far. We have watch around those places pretty tight. So if they're stupid enough to do it during the day, and we haven't had any reports of missing merchandise as of late.
So everyone ready to go then?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all. You can scooge yourselves
Is
on
there,
out.
Do you know a place where we can get a map of the surrounding area and those mountains?
Do I look like a cartographer's guild here? If anybody would have it,
any.
I do not. Not for...
Quit
Event.
being an asshole.
Ah! I got work to do, just like the rest of you.
Yeah.
So
Take
help
a-
us making it easier.
How about you go buzz off? If you want a map, go find a map shop. Get out of my shop.
Drunken ass.
Izzy, do you might know where a map is by chance or no?
Fair enough.
I know several places that you could possibly get one. Shall I take you?
Just take them out of my place, will you? I'm tired of seeing
Oh,
you.
shut the hell up, you bastard.
Yeah, you get the hell out of here.
It'll
I gotta
never shine upon you.
Yeah. I got a cell with your name on it, dear. You keep fucking up, okay?
I kind of lean over. Don't worry, he's just a drunken old fool that don't know what he's doing.
Seems like you're well acquainted then.
I know most of the people here, you can say.
And do you get acquainted by eating their food?
Perhaps. Should I try yours next?
Bad idea.
Well, shall we go get y'all a map?
Yes.
This time, Cindy, you're not.
Yes, I understand. I know my things that
But yes,
succeed,
a
fail.
map would be nice.
Don't you have a map already, though?
I have a Felrand area map. You said this was outside.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I asked about it like a week and a half ago. About.
Alright, yeah. So yeah, it would make sense to get a map. Alright.
I can start gluing my maps together.
Well,
and then
no, I was
just
thinking that Zareth had something, but then again, I don't know.
Yes, and it's a big map also of the Felrand region.
Yeah, so this is
It
just
had
a
it
little
marked
bit of...
on it, but it wasn't. It wasn't really detailed. It was more like
Yeah, because
where
it's...
places.
Yeah, it just gave you the general. So you're looking for, like, more detailed. So we need a cartographer, sorts. So, Lexi, your character would know of a cartographer place that's kind of close by here called Merrill's Maps. And it's run by this halfling girl. Red hair, red cheeks.
So off to Merrill's we go.
Yep.
over the river into the woods.
Through the woods. Grandmother's house we go.
Yes.
So
It's not too far from here, so.
yeah, so you travel for about maybe a couple minutes and then turn down a street, walking along the sidewalks, and then finally you see this cartographer light sign with the kit on the wooden frame, and it's got Merrill's on it and map extraordinaire underneath it. Not sure why
I
that's
go
like
up
that.
to the door and like slam my tail against it. Hey, anyone home?
Ah! Yeah! Hey! Come on in! Door's open for business. You don't have... Hey! Be careful! What can I get for you all?
They would need a map.
I would hope that's what they need.
Shut the hell up.
Is she always like this?
Do you need a map? What do you want? What can I get for you? We have several maps. What do you want?
Of the north, the mountains. Do you have something specific about that?
Oof, give me one moment. One moment. She like goes through like a shelf of rolls and she's like folding, unfolding. No, that's these. That's
Forgive her. She's kind of scatterbrained.
a little bit down here. Down here. Ah, here we go. No, you're looking for the mountains. Oh, okay, I guess this is the best we got. Yep. She rolls it up, brings it over. It's like, this here, 5 gold, and she'll display it for you. And it does have finer details of the mountain, like certain paths that are marked so that you can go through the
I
mountain.
slam 5 gold onto the countertop.
Thank you. It's a little loud, but there you go. Good map.
And I hand it to who's close to me.
Well, Zareth was
I
interested
mean, I heard
in
it
it.
probably me.
Well,
Zareth and Borden both have scroll cases with maps in them, so.
yeah.
Well, I
I
pitched
don't
the.
trust myself with the map.
I pitched
No, the last
map
time you
toward
drew
Gordon.
a bloody map of a sun.
Yeah, I don't trust myself with the map.
Lovely map making skills, by the way.
I believe there was even a smiley in the sun.
So who do you give it to? I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
I tossed the map to Gordon.
Alright, so Borden, you get the map.
And this will be a dragon spine map.
Yeah, this will be a Dragon Spine Mountain.
Do you have anything other locations within the area or no?
Are you asking me? Or are you asking?
The cartographer, of course.
Okay.
Well, what do you need? You need a city map? We got a city map here. Everyone needs that map. Or do you want maps of the east? Do you want maps of the west? I got maps of the south too. What do you want?
Slow down. Slow
Yeah,
down.
yes. I got maps of the east.
Oh my god.
I think she or he took it too literal.
Maps.
Okay, I think she broke. Let's move.
Okay, bye-bye. You petrified her with
Okay.
your fearful presence. Alright.
Ooh. Hey, Izzy, you want to try something neat?
What's that?
I pull out my my Sword of Jubilee, and I do a light cut on myself, and I say, "Lick the sword," as I press a visitation sword.
I don't touch metal. Sorry.
No, just lick the sword. It looks like a candy cane.
Yeah,
Just lick it.
part of it looks like a candy cane there.
She leans in and licks it with her long, draconic tongue.
And it tastes like honey.
Tastes like honey.
Yeah.
That's actually really, really sweet.
I know, right? And I start licking it myself.
And you're finally getting the urge to want to take the sword and bite on it.
No, I'd stash it away. It's like
I'm just going to ignore the sword
Yeah.
thing.
So continuing on, what else are we doing?
well, to the mountains, I guess.
Yeah.
If we're all ready to be.
Is
going.
there any other preps you guys want to make before going in, or?
Everyone got supplies, ropes, fighting.
Well, probably some climbers kits.
That should be fine. And Zareth, you can just walk up the mountain.
Yeah, but you guys can't.
Famous
Oh, yeah,
last
but-
words. I should be fine.
Maybe one climber's kit.
So you want to take the time to get a climber's kit or two?
That sounds like a good idea, yes.
Let's see here. Does this thing have a price on that? Happen to know the price off
Star, would I
hand?
know the mountains also?
You mainly hunt south because that's where most game hides.
Okay.
Going north would, I mean, sometimes you might have sported in the north.
That's what I was thinking.
Like-
I'm thinking she's a wanderer, so she is a wanderer, but
Yeah,
she...
she does wander. You guys just happened to catch her while she was in town selling furs. I would probably give you a couple advantages if you wanted to use survival rolls to do something while in, like locating
Yeah.
yourself in the mountains and whatnot.
I know the mountains pretty well, too. I've hunted there. If y'all need any help, of course. I don't want to impose.
That sounds wonderful. If you guys don't mind, should she join us?
25 gold for a climber's kit, by the way.
Okay.
And you should be able to pull that off the compendium if you need it. But yeah, so Sydney's asking if you guys should bring the Dragonborn with.
Oh, a guide would be nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know, Cindy. It's a big responsibility. Gonna be in
It's not-
charge of feeding her.
She's not an animal. My gosh, why are you being so mean to me
And
and
it,
other people lately?
I can be an animal.
Can I?
I kind of hiss with a chuckle in my...
Yeah, you could insight that. So you were
I'm
looking.
gonna insight that as well.
Go ahead and roll deception or persuasion, since everybody wants to know you so badly.
Zareth knows.
Now, that's a perception check. I don't think you want to make a perception on their insight. You need to make a persuasion.
Oh, persuade. I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, hit a natural 20 and you cancel out his 26.
I hit a natural 4. That's what I did.
4 o'clock, I will. Yeah. Not very convincing, are you?
So what did she mean?
she actually means she could turn into an animal. You notice, I don't know, would your staff be out in the open or whatnot?
Well, she's wearing fur.
Yeah, but
Well, leather.
you carry a staff with you though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a walking staff.
Yeah. You get the ideal just by judging what she's wearing that she might actually be a druid.
Oh, so you're a druid. That's really nice.
It can be. It has its moments.
I'm gonna turn this music down in case it's...
So, can you guide us then?
I can. If y'all are ready to go.
How long would it take to get from here to the mountains?
Star.
Probably be a 30-minute trek by carriage, and then from there you would have to take the trek on foot.
Yeah, I'm not for leaving my shit out on the edge of the road or even a little ways off the road for an extended amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably secure your carriage out here if you want, and then just walk, which would probably put it at maybe an hour walk. And then you'll have to climb the base of the mountain. I mean, you'll be at the base that... Because right now, this beautiful scenery that you guys see is this giant mountain range, and you're like... You can see the base of it, but you know it's a little ways off. So, it's like your depth perception's a little messed up, because you're like, oh, that's just a short walk, and Isabella's like telling you, no, that's going to take you at least 30 minutes by carriage. Because it looks like it's right there up on you, but yeah, it's a little further out than it looks.
What is the current time?
We're looking at mid-afternoon. Like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I believe. You guys got done eating lunch and you went up here and talked to all these guards and did some shopping. So at this point here, we can do one of two things. I mean, basically what we're going to do is you're going to go, but if there's anything else you want to do in town, we can do that first. Or if you're ready to go, we'll go on break for a little bit, and then everybody can like use the restroom, get a drink, have something to eat, and then we'll go right into the mountain scenario, and I'll try to get some things put together real quick so that we have something to work with there. So, unless there's anything else in town?
Well, let's wait till tomorrow morning then before we set off. That way we have the entire day to look around.
Well, that changes my plan. It's up to you guys. What do you want to
Probably
do?
not the worst idea. No point getting up there, then only having, in just a few hours.
Before you even set up camp.
Yeah, a good night's rest wouldn't hurt, would it?
Yeah.
Quick question. Can I infuse spells of a higher rank in the ring?
Well, what's the level range of it? Because it stops...
It can go up to 5, but can I, like a level 3 spell is level 4, level 5?
No, I'm going to say it's going to have to be at its level, because it's going to be hard to remember what you cast it as.
Star, can I use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to go on break real quick then. Yeah, let's go on break, and then you guys can tell me if we're doing anything that night at the inn or whatnot. We'll have that scenario, and then maybe we'll take a little while to get to the mountain, alright? So let's go ahead and take a little, I don't know, 10 minute...
grab a snack.
You want to do 10 minutes,
I'll be
guys?
right back.
Yeah, we're going to take a 10-minute break here, so anybody who's watching, just kind of bear with us. We're going to take a 10-minute break, get some grub in some of us, get some bathroom breaks out of the way, and then we're going to jump right back into this. So I will put our lovely BRB sign. Boop. It's our Chibi Crimsu, who is dreaming about cookies. And I shall return as well. So take a few moments.
Alright guys, be right back.
And then I'll be back to Okay, I'm back.
So I can get us up the mountain real quick.
And how do you plan on
Come
doing
back.
that? Welcome back. Well, actually, why don't you tell your party about it over dinner?
Fine, I'll probably more 5th level. The 2 people can fly at that point. 3 can fly initially, and then I can do dimension door with the last person.
Nah, there's some flaws in that, but I'll leave that to you. Oh, Luceland took off. But yeah, we'll open back up at the tavern and see if you guys want to plan anything.
Alright, that's a pretty bad idea. I'll be wasting a ton of spell slots.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. You should rethink that.
But it would also get us past any encounters that we initially have.
So I shouldn't put mobs out there? Is that what you're telling me? I think we're gonna have to theater the mindness, because I don't see... Yeah, maybe I could find a mountain range type.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Actually,
So,
I would like to do one thing.
Uh-huh.
so
Go to
Luceling
the
called it.
Arcana.
Yeah, Luceland called it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hope he gets better.
Would love to find a mountain range battlefield.
So, Zareth,
Yeah.
would you be willing to? I'm assuming the flying broom can hold 2 people if neither is wearing armor.
Nope.
Question: can you hear the vacuuming that's happening in my house?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good. I was worried about that.
Nope. And nope.
Well, you can always just enable push to talk.
Yeah,
I tend to forget.
I do sometimes.
Well, you learn very quickly to press that button, believe me.
I start doing it on Wednesday. I don't really go push to talk.
He forgets to unmute.
Well, we can test actually how that flying broom works because we bought it and then tucked it in the bag of holding.
Yeah. I mean, we could just give that to you, and I could just get telepathic bond started before we go to the mountain, and we can all talk to each other at any time. And turn 2 of you into flying beasts, and then one can get the broom, and the other can go with me on the dimension door.
Alright, you know what? I want you to hold this conversation up till you guys are at the tavern and actually have it in character, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, because it sounds like you got a plan,
I mean, it's just,
and you should definitely be talking it out as we...
I had a piece of bread, by the way. It was marvelous. Best dinner ever.
so much better than the other.
Internet lasagna.
And it was old bread.
I'm kind of insulted that you got bad
We
lasagna.
had toast, rolls, and croissants or something.
Well, the only meat that went in the lasagna was some ham like a wee bit, and then they put some kind of leech in there of vegetables, and that was it, with cheese and tomato sauce. And if I like two things in my dinner, it's cheese and tomatoes.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be lasagna anyway.
That's not lasagna. There ain't no meat in it. Screw that noise.
Yeah, well, I told you that it was the most
Yeah, I agree.
pathetic and
I agree.
disgusting excuse.
I
for
agree.
lasagna.
That's an insult to Italians everywhere. Where did I save this? But yeah. If everybody's back, who's not here? Sydney, are you here? Well, that answered that question.
I don't think Gordon's here either.
Alright, just checking.
Sorry, almost finished with my meal. So.
Okay, yeah, take your time there. I'm uploading a mountain map in case we have combat.
A thing.
Yeah, in case there's a thing. I see flaws in this plan, but we'll see how it goes.
Gee, how would that be possible?
How could that be possible? I
mean,
could tell you, but I'm not going to.
We can all talk to each other at all time with a telepathic bond. Therefore, we have communication. Even the distance is infinite as far as the spell is concerned.
I don't think that's the problem, though.
How are y'all liking Izzy's character, by the way? So far.
I'm worried.
Being known at the western gate and the northern gate of a very large city, being known from that far distance is either a pretty bad thing or a pretty good thing. So, and from the point of right now, it's a pretty bad thing.
And I thought your name was going to be
Specifically
All
about
Gobbler.
my food.
So yeah,
But keep in mind, the only reason she took your food is because she was very, very hungry. Because of the potion.
Yes, then eat everything. Go offer something more, filled and snatching the rest of it, and then try to hit her on the head with a stick.
Not with a stick, with my tail.
You made an attack roll with a two-handed stick. Cool stuff.
Yeah, that's what I use for my tail.
Yeah, it's easier than giving her a tail staff. Okay, that's nice. That'll work if something comes up, I think. Alright, and we're waiting on Borden, is that right?
I think so.
Put us over here for now. Let's see if I can't move. Yeah, so we're just kind of chilling and waiting, everybody. Had some people come in saying they were looking for a campaign. Said it's not easy to find one. I'm like, oh, I could totally agree.
Well, I'm glad you got it. Y'all had a good laugh whenever I snatched these food.
I was expecting violence, to be quite fair.
Well,
I was considering Dimension Dooring this up, and then I could quick and spell Dimension Door to me back down. But that was just a...
You just like to make things complicated, don't you?
It's a very simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
well, Isabella would not have been willing, so she would have gotten a
If there was
saving
steak on
throw.
the other side of that door.
We know how we're bringing you back to life, Isabella, if you die. Sarah's gonna put meat tenderizing into your nostrils and then point at a door and say, break that door, there's a stake behind there.
That's what I did with Leo. Ish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Still one short.
Hey, but at least that was also a good laugh.
It was, but it didn't really hurt
So
anything.
Cindy, are you liking Isabella so far?
Yes, I am. She's gonna be eating most of my sweets, and most likely after the business. My gosh.
You got food there? Hold
Well,
on.
technically, you give away most of your sweets.
She's gonna walk
Yes,
away
I
with
do,
diabetes.
After. Not all of them are sweets. I have one item, well, technically 2 items that are not sweet in my menu.
Quick, make an inside check. I want to eat it.
I don't think you need to make an inside check on that.
Like, I could just go up to her and give her a big sniff, right?
Yeah. Borden, are we back?
Nope. Still away.
You and me?
Yeah. You were muted.
Oh, wait. Yep, he's here.
I don't know. You were muted there. I didn't know how long you were, if you were back or yet. But welcome back, everybody. Everybody's here now, right?
Yep.
Well then, let's get back into it. So, you guys reconvene at... So, here's the thing. The tavern, you can go there, chill out, have drinks, have another meal, supper time. And then when you're ready to retire, you have to go across the street to the actual inn. And there you can purchase your rooms and then find a place for the night.
So can we perch at the inn immediately then, just for convenience sake?
Well, yeah, you can if you want. I'm just telling you your options here, but I kind of want to set the scene at the table. Like, you guys are having supper now, talking about how you're going to get up this mountain, because apparently Oscar has ideals.
That was a bad idea. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, well, no, you can... No, voice your ideals. Like, if you don't put them out there, you're not going to have... Like, this could be a character building situation, you know? And I will remove our BRB sign here. Alright, go away, Grimsy.
Oh no, James is here. He's supposed to come during Christmas.
Give me my cookies, woman.
Yeah, you're on a shit list,
marshmallows.
Brett.
Yeah, you got... Brett got coal, right?
Brett Bat got a, stocking full of dragon shit.
Yeah. So, let's see what we got going on here. So the Dragonclaw Inn there's a blue-scaled dragonborn who runs this place. She has dulling eyes, but is still very attentive to her inn. And you're able to make purchases of rooms for about 1 gold each, unless you want to bunk up.
I'll purchase more.
Isabella will not need to, because you'll have refuge somewhere else.
Yeah.
But everybody else can pay 1 gold for the room and have a room to themselves.
They probably should know where I am to locate me, because I am.
Well, either that, or you tell them I'll meet you at the tavern, because there's no telling if you actually left.
Yeah.
Can I
But
take sanctuary at the Temple of Illumina?
there's no room. There's only 1 cot. That's it. You've seen this place. It's only room enough for her, actually.
I could cheat and say I could just go to the temple.
Kazia. Yeah.
Kazia.
Which is actually elaborate. Has a big old temple, big following. It just comes down to the point that Illumina doesn't really need worship, so she doesn't, expect people to do what's being done here. But at any rate,
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
well,
I'll
no,
meet
let's
you
not
on
head. let's not head out.
Okay.
No, you guys are getting rooms situated, and then the
Okay.
scene kind of shifts back to the tavern where you guys pick out a table, and you guys are going to eat a very well refined meal as you go back for pretty much seconds of whatever you want: meats, potatoes, vegetables, whatever you come up with. They, like I said, if it's fattening and not good for you, they definitely make it.
I'm a dwarf. I'll live for a while anyway.
Yeah. So, you doesn't matter what you have in mind, they probably have it, and they have it in quantity and quality. Like, if you want a steak, it's from Texas here, it's a big ass steak, not this itty bitty small shit from New York.
Did they have smoked salmon?
Sure do. Fresh out of the pond. They got fish, they got catfish as well. Sea bass. Even though there's no sea nearby, they do export. All kinds of stuff. Just throw your imagination.
Lionfish?
What is it?
Lionfish?
Probably.
No.
Even though I don't know what that is, I don't know.
Lionfish are a poisonous species. They're invasive to the Bahamas
Then
and
no.
all.
Come on now.
Oh no, don't worry. I've had
Don't
it
get-
before myself.
Don't get over exotic. Like they
I'll
have
just take the daily special.
There you go. Steak and it's potatoes then, right?
After this morning, I'm going to stick with eggs.
You're in an eggy mood. But yeah, you're able to order everything that your heart
I feel
desires.
like that would be the easiest thing that's not going to be stolen away from me.
If that's what you're aiming for, yeah. Not the heartiest of meal though. And Isabella, you're
So
able to.
it's
Isabella
enough.
can order for herself now, and she's got probably a couple plates of whatever. But that's not the main centerpiece of this conversation. What we're going to talk about now, it's like this mountain thing. Like, that they might be in the mountains somewhere, and you might need to go explore. What's the situation? How you plan on doing it? Like, I know Oscar was making mention out of game. I'm like, no, let's bring it up in game because you can start bouncing ideas off each other. So you're having this conversation while scarfing down on the best meal you can think of.
Would Isabella know of what they're doing? Like,
Well, you're
tracking
going.
wise?
You were. I don't know how much she allowed herself to be a part of the knowledge, though, and how much was imparted to her through the party. Like, if the party starts telling her about it, why they need to go, then yeah, that's why we need to have these conversations. So we know how much everybody knows. So why don't you lead us off or something? Like, maybe ask them why they're going into mountains?
Hold on.
Not pie. What are you?
Are those pills?
Yeah, I'm pouring some pills for my father.
Oh, okay. TYT.
I'm a little concerned I could identify them, but okay.
Can you tell me what kind they are? No, shh.
Yes, those little Tic Tacs.
That's what it
Yes,
sound
for
like
a friend, nothing else.
Poor friend.
So, are y'all looking for somebody, or?
Apparently looking for Nefarious' follower.
Well, I happen to be a well-known tracker around Dragon's Spire, of course.
Well known. We know. We saw.
So, gotta ask, why does everyone seem to know me? You get in trouble often?
Nah, I'm not much of trouble. Everybody just knows me because I like to lend a hand every now and then.
Is that what you call
By
me?
eating their food?
Yeah.
At their plate.
That only happened because of the old hag that sold me that potion. Granted, I should have known better, but
So you're in the habit of drinking weird stuff?
You could say that.
That might be great for our business then. She could be
Just
the food taster.
Just so you know, Lexi, you do have one of those potions on you. Just in case there's some mischief. Right now, working the floor, in case you're interested in what's going on around the bar, there's a human female, brunette, looks like she's about 20s, going around the bar, and there's also a half-orc woman with natted green hair, braided behind her head, and several ear piercings. And she also has like a nose ring with a silver chain that links towards one of the earpieces. And the two of them seem to be running the tables and getting foods and drinks for everybody.
So, any ideas on how we can get in those mountains?
Would you say
assuming
there
you
would be
just
a
walk up it.
pass that you can go through, Star?
Yeah, you know, for the most part, there's a steep pass that kind of goes up halfway up the mountain. But anything beyond that, it's like you have to climb it if you want to go to the peak. Like, you can go up the base like halfway up, but then it's going to be like straight up climbing, and you're not sure if they're looking for something at the top of the peak, but you never know.
There's a pass that we can take. I've taken it quite a bit, but other than the pass, if you're willing to go to the top, you would need to climb, yes.
So, do you know of any caves or cave systems in there?
A few of them, but not like you don't know every one of them. You know, there's several different caves.
I know a
of bears.
couple of them, but not every one of them.
They're interconnected or not?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Would any of them lead to the top?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay then.
So,
Like, the only caves that she would be aware of are, like, caves where bears hibernate, or, you know, just some little cubby hole where you can, like, duck in and get out of the storm.
And would you say it's quite cold?
Oh, yes.
Also.
Very cold.
And dress warmly because it is rather cold.
Oh, we do have warm clothes from the little expedition we had.
What a lovely expedition it was.
yeah.
I mean, Oscar and I have some stuff from the hunter. You guys stop in town to get stuff?
Yeah, we got some stuff in town. Back then as well.
Yeah, mine's like completely in white, that way I would blend in the snow.
I don't know if
Sad
I have
thought.
anything or not.
You probably don't. So, Sydney, you're like thinking about it, and you're like, dress warmly, what do I got? And in your inventory, you're like, I ain't got a thing.
So I'm judging by the look on your face. You don't have a thing to keep you warm.
I mean, you can make a deception
Yes.
check and an insight, and if you wanted to challenge it, but yeah.
So I was also whether to debate. But would it be fine in cold since I'm pretty warm already, or no?
No.
No, okay.
The light is not fire.
You're welcome to try it.
Well,
No,
you're...
no.
You actually have, what, fire Asimar? Do you have any resistance to cold? Because if you don't have natural resistance, then no.
No, I do not.
Then no.
I was just wondering since you know who my father is, and I was just wondering.
Yeah, that's not going to help you here.
Okay.
Because you are still immortal.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, good question, though. Because something we haven't really explored is putting you in the ice water and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Technically, the scrolls are used up as soon as you put them in a book, because you technically have to activate the scroll. But, you know what I'll do? I'll let you roll an Arcana. You roll high enough, I'll say you'll be able to stop the activation and preserve the scroll. How about that?
Well, I was just wondering, because I have like a lot of spells that I had telepathic bond and contact of your plane still in the inventory. I wasn't aware.
Like, depending upon...
spend it or not.
Well, here's what I'll do. Like I said, I will allow you to try to inscribe them whenever you decide to do it. And because of your enchantments that you're now proficient in, I'm kind of like considering that being like a concept to this, to where like if you do an Arcana roll that's above a decent DC, like this DC is going to be pretty high up, like the initial DC might be a 20 and then go up by 2 every level up, but your Arcana should be able to go like what, 28 or so? 24. Yeah, I think an initial DC of 20 would be like for level 1, and then goes up from there by 1. So if you want to get a level 5, it's the DC's, well, that'd be out of your range. I might drop it down to 18 actually. 18's the initial, and every level up, it'll be 1 for every level higher than 1. But that'll be give you like a chance to save the scroll. Otherwise, the scroll gets used whenever you put it in. So, did you already inscribe these or no?
Yeah.
Did you want to do these rolls to see if you save the scrolls?
No, because this was before enchantment.
Oh, alright, then. Oh, before your enchantment. Okay. Fair enough. And with that, yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about as far as going through the mountains, gathering clothing, or whatever?
Razor, you're gonna bring up that plan you were talking about to me during the break.
If we know about where on the mountain, we could have I could turn a couple of you into birds, and then we could easily, find where it is, and it kind of do a scouting for you like that.
Well, how do you keep in touch with people on the ground?
I could beforehand. I could do a telepathic bond, in which case we all have telepathy with each other. And polymorph doesn't allow you to speak, but it does not say a thing about telepathic bonds.
Yeah, you should be able to think.
Don't you also have Dimension Door?
Yes, but that only can... That'll only traverse 2 people, me and one other.
That's just a suggestion.
Well, you might have scraps that he could throw on her.
My grandfather could possibly help Cindy out with her cold problem.
Oh. Is he a famous clothing shop owner or something?
I wouldn't say famous. I would say he's very well known.
No, he doesn't.
Very easy is.
So this is the way I see it. Like, he's not running a shop of any sort. He just has these extra furs, and he's retired. Like, he's done his time. He's done. He's retired. And he's got extra furs just laying around because he just can't quit doing it because he needs to feel useful.
And that's where she learned her things from.
Well, yeah, the telepathy thing is a nice idea. I'm not entirely sure how I like voices in my head, though.
You don't have to respond back. It's not forcing you to, tell us everything that's in your head. Just think of it as a message. You are aware of cantrips, right?
Yeah, I read something about something like that, yeah. Talking to old buyer and then the other person has a voice in its head. It sounds marvelous.
Yes. Just imagine that this is, that without the wire.
Oh, I'm gonna make an Arcana check on that.
You are.
Apparently, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. That just sounds weird.
So Cindy, if you want to go with me, we can go to my grandfather's hut.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm just gonna call him Pa.
You're just gonna call him Pop? Alright.
Our grandfather.
Yeah. So unless there's no real name we need to come up with right now, we'll nail that out. Because I wasn't sure how deep we were gonna get into the story, but now I see it. So.
Well, I probably need to introduce him. I probably need to introduce him as. We'll say his name's Zordic. Okay.
Zordic. Okay.
Zordic.
Sword Dick.
That's what
I was wondering.
I'm like, what
No.
did she say?
At that-
Zordic.
You can put a Z on it all you want. It still sounds weird, but yeah, I'll let it fly. It's fine. I'm cool with names that don't make sense.
Twitch won't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming people call him Zordy for short.
Yeah, or Paul in her case. So, I'm glad we have fun here.
Just let it hang out in the open, I guess.
Yes. Well, he is kind of old and it's kind of sore at this point anyway, right?
Grandmother's not too happy.
Yeah. She never was. It was all a lie. So, you guys got an idea. So right now, Isabel is like saying, "Hey, we can go see my pappy. He can put you in some furs." Was there anything else you guys wanted to do before we kind of cut to that scenario?
I would also like to get 50 gold worth of ruby dust, if that's possible.
Let's see here. At this time,
Please tell me you didn't input a new spell and you're trying to use the 50G Ruby Dust default Shadow Tech.
What? No, I had the spell prior. I just want to do something to my sword.
you can definitely check out. Oh, you know exactly who has this kind of shit. Remember? She's the same one that sold you that potion.
Oh yeah. Crazy old hag.
Yeah, the crazy old hack can sell you some shit like that. So yeah, you can't. So like, if he mentions that, you're like, peyote ugly then.
I guess we're going to Peyote Ugly. Back to the old hag I go.
So where do you get?
I'm
Well,
pretty good as I am. Like, I can hang out in the inn, just watch people.
you want to do that? Yeah. So what's everybody wanting to do while these two are gonna have their scene? Like, we'll do that first, and then we'll move to them. Is there anything we need to go over anywhere, or?
So, in character, is this person that you're going to speak to, is this the Arcana of the town?
Pretty much the only one that you know of, yeah.
I
was telling that to
more than
Lexi.
likely
Yeah, because I was telling that to Lexi so she can relate that back to you.
Oh.
Yeah, he said that in character. Yeah, said that in character.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with them just to try to see if it has a circle.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Now I gotta warn you. She's a bit on the crazy or senile side.
Hey, you can't be mean like that to her.
Sounds
It'll be
like half
fine.
this town, doesn't it? Alright. I wonder if Lexi was the reason for all this. Anyway. Sword
Boom!
dick.
Impact in the world.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, anyway. So we got Oscar going with Sydney and Isabella. Is anybody else going? What's Sarah doing?
I'm gonna stay in the common room as well and try to pick up rumors.
Alright, so you and Borden are kind of hanging back then? Is that right?
Yep.
Alright, and that's...
I will send them with 50 gold for
for
the
that.
components and
Alright.
other crap they need.
Alright, so you
Thank you very much.
here, get out of my hair. Here's your allowance for this week. No, I'm just kidding. So Isabella, Oscar, and Sydney. Isabella takes you a couple blocks away, and you see this alchemy-like sign with like a pestle and everything on the border of it all, and it says "Peyote Ugly," and then this ugly-looking plant underneath it. And then you walk in, you can smell herbs being burned, incense being lit. Like, this place is kind of like smoggy at first, and you kind of, like, if you're not used to the scents all at once hitting your nostrils, you kind of like cough a bit instinctively, and then eventually you're able to breathe. But it's like the air is very heavy here with both incense and herbs that are being burned and stuff like that. And as you kind of walk in here, you see a black scale dragonborn, and she looks you guys over and she's like, more customers, come on in. And she kind of like whittles her fingers, like guiding you in towards her. Come see what I have. Isabella dear, it's so good to see you again. Would you like some?
Isabella, dear, my ass, you sold me a faulty potion.
I did no such thing. I would never do such a thing to you, dear. What happened? Tell me. I need to know.
And then I kind of point my tail at Cindy. I ate all her food. All of it.
You ate all her food. And she like pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing this down. So, on my label, I will add that to the side effects, dear. It's no big deal. Trust me, there's still 5 other effects that could happen.
Wait, what type of potion was that?
She kind of like pulls you gently by like a loose piece of your clothing and kind of pulls you towards her. You want to know? And she kind of gets in your face, and then she kind of like guides you over to a table, and then she like pulls out some vials. This lovely potion right here. It's a wild potion of sorts. It can do so many things, and it's only just a taste that'll tell you if it does anything.
Oh yeah,
It's
new
quite
potion, I'm
nasty,
taking
too.
notes.
Sorry, what was that, Oscar?
It's a new potion, I'm taking notes.
You're taking notes? And she like opens up your... Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, do you have like a jacket on or anything? Like, the way I see her doing this, like, she would like pull open your coat and like drop one in there and be like, here, and then all of a sudden I have this scenario where she's like putting it in your cleavage, because that's the only thing that's in front of her to put it in. It's like, here, you can have the first one for free.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Blushing.
She pats it into your chest, and then she kind of walks over. So, what can I get for you all? Surely you're not just here for the good stuff. And she taps her bottles.
I'd like to have 50 gold worth of rubies dust, please.
Ruby dust? Woohoo! Haven't sold any wizard components in a while. You'd think they ran the mages out of town. You'd almost think this was Citadel Kingdom. Anyway. She takes a moment.
Dark look on Cindy's face.
She takes a moment. She comes back with a little bag of dust. She opens it up. It's got like reddish tint to it. Here you go. You can look it over. And she'll take your 50 gold when you're ready.
Okay, I give 50 gold.
Excellent. She takes your money and pockets it away. And then she's just...
And then I'll immediately cast Continuous Flame onto my sword.
Is there any more potions that you're willing to sell me?
Oh, I have the boring potions, like healing. You want some healing potions? I got those.
I've already got those.
Yeah, they're not fun, are they, dear? You know you'll have fun with that one, though.
Well, I can think of a couple of ways I can use it.
No, I have 4 healing potions left, and 2 greater healing potions, and there happens to be a superior healing that just came in.
I see. So no new concoctions?
Just your basic poisons for now. Haven't had time to screw around, if you know what I mean.
No, it does, yes.
Yeah. You know. So. Tell me. Anything else I can get for you? Everything in the store is available for
I
you.
kind of look over to Oscar.
Yeah.
Would you like anything?
Well, do you happen to have a circle out there?
Circle?
For teleportation use.
Oh! I don't know if she would or not. Let me make a decision based on a dice roll. You call odds or even?
Odds.
Yes, I have one. And she kind of like pulls you off to a back room. And there you see the runes going around a circle, and nobody ever comes though, and it's always inconvenient. But if you do use this circle, keep in mind the doors are locked and will not open until the store is open.
Alright.
So make yourself at home if you come in early or late. Don't make yourself home inside my shop. You got it? She gets a
There's
little
that
wild.
quirky hoe hag.
Yeah. She's like,
So basically, what she's saying is the door to it is going to be locked before and after hours.
yeah. Like,
But it still looks at.
yeah. Well, you'll be camping out in there, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So you can spend, what is it? I think you have to spend at least a minute, or is it 10 minutes? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But whatever amount of time you need to study the ruin, while you're doing that, unless there's any shopping you want to do specifically other than getting the ruin. And is there any other shopping Sydney and Isabella want to do?
I'm just ready to go to my grandfather's.
Okay. How is that old cook doing anyway?
No, he's just as senile as ever.
We all are to an extent.
It's good, yeah.
I'm sorry, nothing
Have
else?
to get this little lady some more clothing, because apparently she doesn't know how to dress appropriately whenever it comes to going on
Kinda-
adventures.
You can see her eyes looking right at Sydney, and then, back to the vial that she placed conveniently into her cleavage. Like, I could totally see that. But, she will say, you're going into the mountains. It's a little bit cold up there. I might have a couple of potions of cold resistance around here if you so desired.
Is that something you would be interested in, Cindy? Or would
how
you
much are
still...
I gotta find the thing. Yeah, I was gonna offer some code resistance if needed. I would say these vials cost... I don't know what I did with that item list. I had it here. And it vanished. Weird how stuff just walks off. What is the rarity on a... I think it's 150. I'll get back to you on the actual price, but we'll say 150 for now.
Okay, so this is gonna sound really weird, but I need 100 gold worth of soot and salt.
Soot and salt? Is that what you said? Well, this is where you would buy spell components, so yeah, she would definitely have that.
It's uncommon.
Uncommon on that, so I'd probably say 50 gold then.
No, I need 100 gold worth. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
No, you're fine. What do you?
I'll put down to 50 gold for the cold potion.
Alright, so you can put down a potion of resistance, ice, or however it's said in here. However it is said in here, I know what it's for, but can't remember how they worded it. I think it's just potion of resistance, and then it's my choice of what it is. At any rate, so you get a potions of ice resistance.
Okay.
Or code. And then what did you need again, Oscar?
Soot and salt.
Soot and salt, and you need 100 gold worth?
Yep.
Huh. That would be a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, am I supposed to give you a giant
Ritual
barrel,
casting
or?
requires 100 gold per spell, or per level of the spell, and I need 100 gold for experimentational purposes, which I'm assuming would be the spell components.
So,
soot and salt.
Soot and salt. See, the thing is, how do you even put value on something that is cheap like that? Like, you would need
Can we just, I dump it into the bag of holding or something?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say you get 100 gold worth of shit ton of soot and salt. You can experiment to your heart's content, apparently.
Right. Apparently, I am to use this all in a matter of 2 hours.
Yeah. So when you drink this potion, you gain resistance to one type of damage for 1 hour. So if there's any cold damage, you would be resistant towards it. And also it'll help you stay a little bit warmer. Okay. If you're a sorcerer, you don't need spell components, do you?
I do. The ritual casting.
Oh. Okay.
I am a wizard in that respect.
Oh, okay. In that case, so you get your big old... So you see this crazy old woman tip over a barrel into Oscar's bag of holding of soot and salt. She tips over two or three barrels.
Might include the chalks or magical ink required too. So.
Oh, if there was ink involved, that's probably where the majority of the cost is then. Because you probably wouldn't even need that much soot and salt. And I'm like, if it's just soot and salt, then god damn, that's a lot.
Wouldn't that be heavy too?
Well, that's why he's got a bag of holding. So no. Okay, so in this case here, we'll say she gets you a 10-pound bag of each, and then the inks kind of add up to the other percentage of the 100 gold. So you have 100 gold worth of inks, soot, and salt.
I looked up and man, that is actually expensive to have that much salt and soot.
It's just a pinch, and it doesn't even say it gets used up. So
I know the requirement for the usage is a pinch.
Yeah, you only need a pinch. Okay, no. You just need a pinch, and it doesn't use the component. So why would you need a shit ton?
Because I need it specifically says to implement something into the ritual book, the cost is 100 gold per level. And this is a level 1 spell, so 100 gold.
Well, the components don't cost 100 gold. It's just the spell itself.
Whatever, that's just...
Yeah, ink and paper. Ink and paper. Okay? The components are separate. You don't put that in your spell book. That's just what you need to have on hand. The spell itself to write down, you need the ink and paper. That's all you need. Yeah. So yeah, they give you ink and paper instead, and then you got a pinch of soot and salt if you need it. Kind of threw it in with the deal so you can cast the spell. But yeah, is there anything else you need to do here? Do you need to buy healing potions or anything like that?
I'm good.
Alright, so yeah,
Oh yeah, could I try to haggle to get below 50 gold for the
too
item?
late. You should have said it when the
Okay.
purchase was being done.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that, but you gotta do it at the time that you're doing it. But I just want you to put down in your inventory that you have a mysterious potion that requires a 1d6 roll when taken. Something to that effect. That'll remind me what it is.
Potion of 1d6.
Excuse me. So,
It would have been so nice if Oscar came back with a barrel full of stuff.
something like that, but apparently he didn't read exactly what he needed. He just needed the materials to write the spell, not the actual materials to cast it. So yeah. At any rate, you want to go to your pappy's place now, right?
Yes.
And Oscar's going to still
Going to be
take.
returning to the others.
Okay, so you're gonna I'll go back to the inn, and then the two of you kind of go off to a hut, kind of close to the edge of town, and you can kind of see like a smoke fire brewing as you kind of approach this old silver dragonborn who's got like a big old headdress, and it looks like like a Native American in a way, like it's just nothing but a bunch of feathers and stuff going up and down, and just kind of like trailing off to the back. And he's just like poking a stick into the fire as he notices his granddaughter coming home. He's like, "Hey there, Isabella, welcome back home, huh?"
Hello, grandfather.
What?
Nice hat.
Oh, thank you. I just found it out in the woods somewhere and decided it'd look good on me today.
It's a good look for you. You wouldn't so happen to have a couple furs laying around, would you?
I caught a couple of deer the other day that should be tanned hides. Just need hides, dear. And he kind of gets up and walks over to a tanning rack where he's trying to unfasten the tanned hides.
Yes, we're going on a exploration of the mountains.
Oh, you need to turn this into something useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
By
what
the
to-
way, grandfather, this is Cindy. Cindy, this is my grandfather, Zordik.
Zordik, nice to meet you. Blushing here and then.
Did you ever take the vial out of your cleavage?
No,
Shit, no. I will stealthily, with the sleight of hand check.
He throws
out.
the furs over you and it's like, cover yourself. Nobody needs to see all that mess. Besides, you're going to need to be warm if you're going up in the mountains.
That's exactly what I told her.
All I have is this one cape.
Yeah,
nice.
cape is not going to keep you warm up there. I don't know what you could do with these furs, and he pulls off the second one as well and hands it to you, Isabella, but you could probably get them fashioned into something. Maybe tie a couple leather straps over the tops and you can like wear it over like overalls or something. Unless you know somebody who can fasten it real quick, but that's all I got for now.
Would you know anybody who would, grandfather?
And he's like looking
Would-
like he doesn't
Would
want to talk.
Grammy know?
I think I might know someone. Lucilla might, I think. Wait, Lucilla's not here. Is she?
He doesn't deal in leathers anyway.
Okay.
But well, Lexi, you can do it.
Yeah, I could do it. No, never mind, grandfather. I can do it. I just forgot.
Yeah, you forgot your teachers already? And he kind of baps you on the head with his wooden stick that he was playing with.
Silly mind.
Off with you now. Unless you need something else. I'm going to see if Grandma...
Thank you.
I'm going to see if Mother dear has got some stew on or something. Have a good one.
You too.
Unless there's anything else you want to do here.
Shall we go, Cindy? As I toss her the hide stuff to carry by herself.
So are you going to try to sew it, or?
Yes, I'll try to fasten it for you.
Thank you. I give her a hug.
So...
I block it. Block it.
She kind
accept this hug.
She kind of's got her hand outstretched there, and she's like holding your face with her hand, and you're like trying to reach for a hug. It's like, no.
Hugs are dishonorable in this family.
Oh. Okay. Sad.
This actually does sound like my family, though. But yeah, anyway, so you wander back to the inn or tavern at this point, I guess. If everybody's still at the tavern drinking, having conversation.
Well, would Border and I pick up any rumors in that time?
I'll have you both make individual investigations.
Ooh.
You indeed. Why is it so high? Borden, did you want to make one too? Alright.
17.
Let me see what juicy tidbits I can get you. Now, I can't guarantee you it'll be useful, but I'll tell you what you hear, alright? So, you get the knowing that the bar owner's name is Alvin Glitterwobble, and there's a couple of people who seem to be very jealous of how well this inn or this tavern's really taken off. And off and on during these, like, you're listening in, you're hearing two people kind of bicker about it, and then one's like defending the gnome and the other's not. What?
What's the supper?
I don't know yet. We won't know
Got a
until
couple
4.
round steaks.
You got it?
No, I said, why don't you?
Because I'm not going to be able to do anything till 4.
Well, round steaks.
But yeah, we can look into it. Sorry, I'll look into it after 4, alright? Sorry. That is a good question. We do need to figure out what we want for supper. But, boy, food's on my mind now. What was I doing? Oh, no. I was giving your
Yes, not that lasagna.
Yeah, well, trust me, if I have lasagna, it's going to be the actual shit. But,
Currently, I'm talking about the food.
yeah, so Alvin Glitterwobble is running this tavern, and then one of them's like, you want to know why this tavern's so good? He, like, grabs this guy by the scruff and pulls him into the middle of this circle. I'm about to show you, and he punches him right in the face. Then all of a sudden, there's like a bar fight breaking out here in the middle of this tavern, and you can see Gnome, Alvin Glitterwobble. He's like looking to see who's in there. All right, take your bets. Come on, make your bets now. The guy on the left or the guy on the right. Let's go. And people start rushing up to him, say, "Oh, I got 50 on this guy. I got 50 on that guy." And these two are just going at it at each other. So there's that scene that's going on.
I'm going to nudge Oscar, and I'm distract the bank. I'm gonna try and take it.
I like this. So you're gonna
what now? I'm going to try and pickpocket the bank.
Yeah, so he's taking coins and he's putting them down in a bag, writing out receipts and handing them off to everybody. Sarah, make a stealth check.
I flip up the hood of elven kind.
Unless anybody wants to do something against it.
31.
So in the ruckus, you kind of like fade to the back of the shadows and just kind of dance along the way until you're behind the bar. And like I said, the gnome's on top of the bar, writing stuff down. Nobody's aware of you yet. And he's just constantly handing out tickets, you know, confirming how much he's taken. And he's starting to put this gold on a
So
satch.
there is no physical coin trading then? No, that's no use. I thought people were actually handing him gold and shit.
No, they're handing him go. Like, he's giving them a receipt so he knows how much he got from them. So if they win, he's basically writing out the pink slip, you know, the slip that you need to, like, if your guy wins, this is the thing you got to give me to know how much I got to give you if you win. So he's basically, you know, so he's taking their coin. He's got this bag, but it's right by his feet, and he's depositing the coins right into the bag, and he's constantly like looking back up and getting everybody's bits, and he's like putting them in the bag. What do you want to do?
I wait for Oscar until something happens.
Oh, so so the idea was a distraction.
Is Izzy and Cindy in the shop in the tavern now?
I would say you two are walking back in as soon as this, like, you walk in, you see this bar fight taking place in the middle of the ring, and you're like, oh, bar fight.
No, not these idiots again.
But at the same time, it's like, should I go place a bet or should I just stay out of this one?
Why not? I'll probably get involved.
Oh no. So yeah, you got this sly look on your face, like you might get in the middle of this. But for now, Oscar, are you doing anything?
Like I said, I was returning back to the tavern.
No, you're already there, cause
Oh.
yeah, he said he's waiting on a distraction from you.
I thought you said he was waiting on me.
No, he's waiting on you to create a distraction.
I mean, I'm not going to help you sell something.
So you wait there for a minute, no distraction. But the guy seems distracted already.
Nothing happens. I step back out of the crack.
No, nothing, not gonna do anything. Last bets! And these two are still clobbering each other. Okay, all bets off! Because it looks like it's about over. And shortly after he says that, one of them just clobbers the other one. He just does this tailspin, lands on the ground, and then half the bar is cheering. The other half's like, God damn it. And tearing up their slips and everything. And and he starts passing out the winnings to everybody. And then he's like taking his share. But to further that, because that was just a scene that kind of cropped up, the other investigation that you could have picked up, you return to your seat. Everybody's back here together now. There's talk about Ellie Ma having relationships with a smithy. Like, they're like, oh, that half-orc girl, I think she's dating that guy who runs the Iron Scale Armory. Like, that's something that you kind of catch. A lot of people are like, Oda Glitter Wobble. Yeah, that girl there, she's just bouncing around. It's hard to believe her dad's making her work this tavern. You know, it's just useless information about the city itself, but...
So, no whispers about...
It's been a week.
Raids from outside of time?
Yeah, nothing of that sort. Like, it's been a week since the incident you guys are investigating happened, so if that was the rage, it's probably no longer the rage. Like, not openly anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah, everybody's kind of rejoined. The bar fight ends, and everybody's like, that was a decent fight, I guess. Maybe not. And the other guy picks up the other guy, and he's like, that's why this is a great place. Come on, let me buy you a beer. As he picks up his friend, he just clobbered the fuck out of.
That was interesting.
So, we're ready for next day's expedition to the mountains. How about everyone else?
Well, we're not technically ready yet because I still need to
Does Sadie still have that file between her tits?
Well,
I
she's
put it-
cloaked.
Put it away.
Yeah, she got cloaked.
So yeah, you wouldn't know about the vial. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to do this night before settling in, or?
I probably should go ahead and fix her up her things.
All right. So
Yeah.
you have leather working tools, right? In your thing.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll that for me.
I do.
I give her a token of Lumina. May this help your endeavor of trying to make it.
Okay.
It's the bardic inspiration of a D6 for the
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me that.
I'm trying to. I don't.
It query wisdom. Like it should pop up a second window when it's in your tools there, right?
I mean, yeah, it's in my tools, but I don't know how to. Do I click it?
Yeah, just click it like everything else.
I am. Okay. Is it in spells?
It should tell you to query. Hold on, no, look at your sheet for you. No, it's not. It's on bio. Or not in bio. It's on character sheet core. There you go. It's in the lower
And
left
then
hand
under
corner.
tools.
Under your passive wisdom. Left of your money.
Yeah, I'm clicking that, but it keeps on like.
It pops up and it's asking you to query whether it should be strength, but in this case it'll be wisdom. Like, I just rolled it for you. It's an 18, but you want to roll it.
Plus the D6.
It's not allowing me to do.
Is there a pop-up window that you're not seeing?
No, it's no pop up or anything.
Are you clicking over the leather worker?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on.
Close the cogwheel.
No, I'm not seeing it. Nope, I'm not seeing it.
Underneath. Okay, you see your stats, right?
Mhm.
You see where charisma is, right?
Yeah.
Go south of that until you see your passive wisdom, right? You see your passive wisdom, right?
No.
Yes. South of your charisma, just keep going down. Go to the next tab below it.
Okay, right here.
And then underneath that, you should see Herbalism Kit and Leatherworker. Click on the Leatherworker and pick Wisdom as this.
I did.
And did you roll it? Hit OK?
Still.
There you go. Yeah, okay. Even with a +6, that's going to be pretty good. I was about to show you a picture in case you needed it. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, I was clicking on the wrong one. I thought it was in my items.
Yeah. Don't click the item. Click the skill on the side there. But you're able to like fashion it up into a way to where it's kind of like short-sleeved, but definitely a lot warmer. So she'll definitely be warm underneath these furs, but she might need to do something about her arms. But you can like wrap that up in blankets or something, or get gloves or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're covered for. I think your race at this point would be able to resist the rest of the code, just as long as the
Here
core
you
of your
go.
body, as long as the
I
core
hope
of your
this
body,
helps keep her warm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
the
you very
core,
much.
yeah, the core of your body will be kept warm with this, so you should be fine. But yeah, is there anything else we need to do to prepare, or are we good, or?
Yeah, I would like to try and to concentrate 2 vials of poison again.
Make me that alchemy check. This time you
20.
turn 2 vials into a 2d6 2-dose poison.
Okay.
And Borden, anything on your table tonight?
I've not got a whole lot to do. Hanging out right now.
Yeah, just chilling. Who else do we got here? Oscar, anything for you?
No.
I think that's everybody then, right?
Could I, during this break time, could I try to mooch up with the horses to try to get them to like me more, or no?
They've seen
What
the-
is you with that horse, Cindy? Really?
I want to get better at riding and it not hating me.
Rider 2.0 up here.
Well, at least they're not trying to do that to the horse. Sure, make me an animal handling check as you kind of go out to the stables. I just want you to know, I'm petting the top of my microphone, thinking it's your head, and saying, there. It'll be okay.
Perfectly great.
Yeah, so the one that you're very interested in shows no disregard for you. Like, he just kind of like, he ignores you. He doesn't any pandering you do to him, he's just unreceptive towards. And you know he's got some intelligence about him because he's like purposely doing it to you. But the other horse is like, oh, hey, give me those snuggles. Like, he's trying to invade and say, yeah, you can pet me, I don't care. So the opposing horse that you're not really, like, whatever, but he's like trying to get up in your grill and you're like, hey, you can pet me. You don't want to pet him? Pet me. Kind of approach to you.
Oh, this one's special. Try to give it a hug.
I'm gonna come in behind Cindy and like try my hand at it.
You want to do an animal handling as well? So you can see the one horse just being disrespectful to Sydney, and then all of a sudden you're up there and you're
No, this is how you do it.
and it kind of looks at you for a moment. You approach. It's like staring you in the eyes, like you two are having a silent conversation for a while there. Mm-hmm. And then you're able to just kind of reach out, scratch his cheek, rub against his neck, and he just kind of like, I'll allow it. Like he's, you can definitely see like he's being like, yes, I'll let you pet me. But
it's just not her.
Yeah. So it's like some kind of disgust towards it, but at the same time, he's like, you're acceptable. I will allow this kind of feel towards him. Like he's just being that kind of outgoing about things. But yeah, you're able to like approach him and actually get along with it.
Can you please show me with just stars in my eyes, just like please show me your ways. Oh, great wise.
Damn, drew it +8 on that. Holy shit. She is a woman.
You just gotta know how to treat animals, Cindy.
Can you guide my hand for me?
The horse kind of snorts towards you.
I don't think the horse wants you to.
You see tears in Cindy's eyes.
The other horse is trying to comfort you, and he's like biting at your loose clothing and trying to pull you close and just kind of nuzzle into you. Roth is into you, but the other
So
one.
why are you not giving this other horse, but you're wanting to get this one?
Because this one was special. I named it and everything.
All animals are special, don't you know that?
I know that, but this one's even more special. I was the one who saw its potential.
Lackey.
Roth is like over there, like he looks like he's about to tear up because he's like feeling the emotions of Sydney.
Poor thing. I think it deserves a sugar cube after that.
Oh mercy, yeah. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do here, or are we gonna?
I'm just gonna shake my head and like walk away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry myself away.
And probably cry yourself to sleep. So with that, any more night events before we go into the next day?
No, I'm good.
Not for me.
Not for you. All good. All right.
I was gonna go off and like find my little place to sleep.
Yeah. and probably near your pappies.
Yeah.
Not.
By the
yeah.
way, how much do we need to pay for stabling the horses there for, let's say, a week?
Are you stabling them for a week?
I was thinking
I
about
don't
taking them
think
up the
we-
mountain if we could.
Thought we wanted to take them with us.
I'm definitely against taking the horses to the mountain and then just leaving them to God knows what.
There's a path, but
The
if
carriage
you want to
wouldn't.
reach to the it wouldn't fit.
Okay.
I mean, you could.
So yeah, we're stabling the horses and the cart at the inn for a week.
God damn, Oscar.
I was just saying, I'm changing the room.
Dimension door.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It allocates the actual slots to the room.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what level is Dimension Door?
It's on there.
4th level.
See, here's the thing, though. The spell level counts against the charges.
I know. It's a 4th level spell, therefore it uses 4 slots in the ring. That's what
Oh,
slots
okay.
are doing.
Alright. So why don't you just put...
No.
Okay, so you're making me think you have 4 spells of Dimension Door is what I was confused on. Alright. I'm cool now. I understand now. Like that. Alright, so I didn't need the slots. I needed the spells that you have whenever that works. That's 5. Yeah. You're good. So, yeah, next day approaches. You all kind of wake up, turn in your keys, and for the sake of brevity, we'll kind of like consolidate your cost on stabling the horses till the end. Like, we'll figure out how many days you're out, and then you can pay to get your horses back out.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, and then from there, like, as you all kind of wake up, you're like, okay, we gotta go across the street if we want to get some food or whatnot. Like, they don't serve anything here, they just have the rooms and everything here. And, you know, you walk into the tavern, and then Isabel is probably, like, already eating
Yes.
and waiting for you guys to show up.
Thanks for the
Sure.
clothing.
Oh,
Go ahead, Zareth.
Morning, and for breakfast I just take whatever is available and shove it down my throat.
Nobody trusts. The lack of trust.
I mean, you've not made a go at my food. I have no issue eating next to you.
Yes, but I'm not going to give her a chance to eat mine.
Now, obviously, if you start making a go at my food, we're gonna have some words.
Mm.
Oh, it was just that one time. Well, twice. Maybe 3
Well,
times.
good first impression.
Oh, mercy. Definitely rememberable.
Thanks for the clothes, Izzy. They're really nice and comfortable and fashionable looking as well.
Or
They're
at least
not.
they're not showing your boobs.
I'm sorry that they're bigger than normal. Just depressed.
What?
Why would you be
I don't
depressed
know.
by that?
Have I missed a
I'm
step?
tired. I'm tired as fuck, man. I had a blood nose.
No, it's fine. Let's gonna erase that idea.
I'm snipping the bacon.
Yeah,
As I
There's
look at
a
Cindy funny.
there's a giant plate of bacon on this table. There's biscuits, and there's some gravy if you want to like make biscuits and gravy or whatnot. It's pretty much like a build your own plate, but they give you like various foods out here on your table. So you can take some eggs, take some biscuits, and take some bacon to your heart's content.
It would be nice to get a drink around here.
Oh, let's see who's on duty right now. Roll me a d4 and I'll tell you who's on duty.
D4.
Yeah. So this half-orc woman comes walking up to you. Oh, you want a drink? What do you want?
Ale would be fine.
Sure. Anything for the rest of you?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Ale,
Tea.
yeah, tea, yeah,
Green tea, if possible.
tea. Anything else for anybody else? Like, she looks tired as fuck, so she's like in this nonchalant, I don't give a fuck mood. Just tell me your order so I can get it down. If that's all, she gets everybody the drinks that they ordered, brings them back, nearly spills them, and then she's like, oh god, I gotta wake up, and she sets down the last ale in front of Zareth. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll wash down the bacon.
Oh, no. Alright, so
I'm going to nurse this drink until we leave.
So, anything else you guys want to do before you head out? Or what's the plan in general?
We walk up to the mountains and shit happens.
I mean, that's pretty much the plan.
That's the plan. I like
Perfect.
plans like that.
Let's
I
go.
love- I love plans
It's
like
nice, it's simple, there's not a lot of room for, bad
Avalanches.
planning.
that. Yeah,
like-
yeah. I like that idea.
If you forget the plan, something is wrong, okay?
Well, this one is pretty straightforward about not forgetting it.
Curious. Let me just check
You
some
go
challenge
down
ratings
the
real
mountain.
quick.
Wait, that's bad.
I'm gonna check some challenge
Sorry,
ratings real
gross,
quick.
a dragon that's pissed and we mad.
That'd be fine.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it would be a
Oh
shame
no, no,
if somebody
actually.
fell down a cliff.
Oh,
But we're going up it.
We might be going up, but down is always an option.
sure enough.
I
Alright,
believe I can fly.
and I believe
Okay.
I can die.
You are wrong. You are definitely wrong.
Hey, I said I believe. I not said I can.
Belief does not generate lift.
Okay, I grab Zareth, use Dimension Door up, drop him, Dimension Door down. Good luck.
No, boy.
Just joking.
Well, sure, you can teleport me there. I'm going to cling to you for dear life and press a dagger up your throat. We're nowhere near there, I'm falling.
Such a
So you guys are having this.
Also no.
Yeah. So you guys are having this childish conversation walking up towards the mountain. As you guys are walking towards it, let's do one person who is actually paying attention to the area make a perception check. We'll see if there's another random event we can do before we get into the actual mountain scenario. What did you get?
I got a 10. Sarah's got a 21 though.
But Zareth wasn't the one that rolled.
I just rolled. I
yeah,
mean,
but nobody
I'm
said
not-
anything.
I'm not endlessly discussing with Cindy.
I know, and I asked who's going to make the roll, and nobody said anything. So
And it is
Yeah.
Lexi.
So you're walking along this dirt road, right? Sometimes it's like well cleared, and then some vegetation looks like it's trying to encroach the road, and then eventually there's like about 20 feet of freshly laid grass covering the entire road. What did I roll again? I rolled a 58. Okay. Or actually, the next 100 feet of road is covered in newly grown grass.
Newly grown what again?
Grass.
Newly
so-
grown grass is covering the road that you're trying to follow for about the next 100 feet. It's like
This is
Oberon
kinda
went up there
odd.
and did sacred ground.
Are there any tracks on it?
It's freshly grown, like grass just popped out of here, like it's fresh, clean, never been trampled through.
Oh, let's start jumping.
Chump, chump, chump.
Let's make it like the rest. Just joking. No, can I do a nature check to see what it is, or
Are you proficient in nature?
nah? No, I'm proficient in survival though.
I'll let you make a nature check anyway, because I like laughing at you.
19 nat.
Wow.
Actually, funny.
That's a
Yep,
lot of...
it's grass.
Alright, so here's what you know. Grass on a road that fresh does not seem normal.
Nothing else.
No, you don't know nature. You can roll a natural 20, but you're not... You can make the most obvious ideal that, hey, this isn't natural. I'm sure you reached that conclusion already.
I'll take my hand at it.
Yeah, you can... You have nature, though. Yep.
Christmas crit though is real.
So you're like, yep, that's grass. You don't think you could smoke that?
Good weed right there.
That's not the actual weeds. But it's
That's
like
good
it's like a
ass
fresh.
shit, man.
Yeah. So
Is
somebody.
there a stick at the side? Is there a branch or a stick somewhere nearby that's not on the grass?
Yeah, you could probably walk off the road and find a stick if that's what you need to do.
Yes, and then I want to poke that stick in the grass.
It pushes the grass.
Can I shoot a fireball in the grass? See anything happens?
You can.
Fireball?
Do you want to?
Firebolt.
All right. Do you do that? Is that a yes or a no?
Well, I said I'm going to shoot a firebolt into the grass. Yeah.
Okay, so since grass, is that the cantrip or the level 1? I can't remember.
The cantrip.
All right, so grass can't make a dex save, so go ahead and roll damage. So that's a total of 15 fire damage. You watch as this fresh patch of grass starts to burn, and it starts to burn, and now it's slowly starting to catch fire.
Okay, Ray of Frost.
As you try to ray of frost part of this flame that's starting to pick up, a soft wind kind of breezes in, and then the flames get brighter, and this whole field gets covered in flames in an instant, and you're like, no, wait! And you're trying to frost it, but it's too late. The fire is spread to a point to where your cantrip can't cover it. So all the grass is now torch. It's slowly burning, and there's a possibility it might jump over to a tree in the wild grass that's near the road.
I will start freezing the crap out of like the distance. to
Make
the
an
trees.
art.
That way we just
Control
kinda keep it
flame
contained
to
to the-
stop the fire.
I don't have control flame.
I do. I use it.
So you use control flame to stop the fire. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so mark that
Play
off.
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
And
And
here's your stick you needed.
so the road is now blackened where the flames were, but that fresh patch of grass is no more.
Alright.
Only one survived.
There's one small grass that's like dangling there, and it's just waving nervously.
So, should we keep going?
Yep, we keep
Yeah,
going.
there's nothing really here stopping you. Like, all the wildlife got scared away because they thought there was a forest fire, and you guys stopped it, and now you're moving on. So, you come across this passageway that's at the base of the mountain, and, it kind of snakes in and towards, kind of, swerving left to right as it kind of inclines like a snake going up a mountain. Like most paths going up, just to kind of keep you going. For the most part, or actually what I should ask is, can I get a marching order? And what I will do is, let me hide what I got planned, and then I'll see what you guys want to do as I put you on this map.
I'm behind Isabella.
Hold on. You're not anywhere yet. So grab your token off your character sheet, and in this pass up north, just kind of place yourself somewhere in this direction. Because you'll be... You'll be coming from this direction. Like, that's the way you're going. So, make yourselves over in this direction. Oh, I can't ping. Like, yeah. Over, over in that general location where Isabella and them are. And then I need to know, are we moving stealthily? Are we rushing through? Are we, like, how are we moving through this?
Well, are we at the base of the mountains now?
No, you're halfway into it.
Then we probably, at some point, I would have suggested that we were stealthing, because people are out and about.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I want you to do now, we'll do two things here. We'll do stealth checks and then we'll do perception. So, first off, if we're doing a stealth, before anybody... Never mind.
I flip up my hood. 32.
I'm loud as shit.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you were going to cast Pass Without a Trace, but that ship has left.
Yeah.
The squares are not to scale, I'm sure you can tell.
Yeah.
Really? I thought we were just miniaturized.
It just looks a little stretchy, that's all.
Yeah, a little stretchy. I just grabbed something to give us a reference. But,
You said perception?
Yeah. So after you roll your stealth, go ahead and roll perception.
27.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, so it's apparent to mostly everybody. Yeah, everybody knows. You hear a loud thump, thump, thump. And then you hear two, ho, ho. And he kind of...
God damn it, token just dragged. Yes.
And since they don't get a surprise round on you, I'll just move this stuff up to the... And you can hear this bellowing giant voice kind of speaking in giant. Does anybody speak giant?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
I don't.
Nope.
Yeah, so...
I speak Dwarven though, if that helps.
Nope, does not help. Giant is different.
They ride into them and they don't speak, huh?
So you hear, oh boy, he's all, oh boy. Or something to that effect. And these wolves are like looking at their master and they're like, arr, 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 arr. And then just to kind of start, they're darting in your direction. Some of you are stealthed. Some of you are not. And the wolves are taking quick notice on who isn't, and we will roll initiative. So let me clear. Click your token afterwards. There you go. Now you can click your token and roll initiative.
No.
And I'd like to thank Lexi for reminding me that ice giants have these wolves.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Frost wolves.
Oh.
And they was so pretty too.
Alright, are we all rolled?
You might want to... Never mind.
Make sure everybody's on there. Yep, he's on there. Alright, Zareth, you're at the top of the round. So what do you want to do as you hear these two lumbering wolves coming in your direction and a giant figure off in the distance?
Assassinate, 1 arrow each.
You can only assassinate on your first attack.
Yeah, so I give them all 1 arrow each.
Alright, well go ahead and assassinate the first one. Who do you want? Okay, so we're going to put one on this guy. That will hit.
That's 24 to hit. For 30 damage.
Nice. Kind of lets out a yelp. It's like... And now you're seen, but...
So now I'm gonna attack the other wolf.
Yeah, and this one's not assassinate.
Okay, then it is...
Yeah, like I said, your first attack, and then after that it's...
13.
13 will hit. For a total of 10.
So,
For 10 damage, yes, and then...
one question about
A natural
assassinate, isn't
1.
it?
Go ahead, Sydney, what do you want?
Isn't it whoever hasn't taken a turn in combat gets assassinated?
Yeah.
Or
Well, thing is, the turn order just started. The battle started. Even though they're coming towards your direction, he was still at the top of the order, so he would still get his assassinate off. But it only works on one target. Because after that, it's kind of...
one.
Yeah, and it only works on the first attack, I believe. Unless it's worded otherwise, which you can point out if it
I
is.
believe it's worded.
As the target is surprise.
It says target, not targets.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so if I switch target,
yeah.
the surprise stack might come back up again.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. Therefore, if you shoot multiple creatures, you should get assassinated on all of them.
Yeah, just wondering.
You have advantage attack rolls on any creature that hasn't taken a turn of combat in addition. Fair enough. I will allow your previous hit to hit as an assassination. We learned something new today.
Yeah.
So the
That's
7
good.
plus 6 and the 12 plus 13. So what do we got there? Give me some math, somebody. 25, 35, 36. Wait, I already fucked up. You know what?
That's 38.
38, nice. So, getting in some pot shots right off the bat. These two wolves get hit by an arrow each from Xerath as he pops out, and then one of them nearly stumbles over, the one on the far south, and kind of like stumbles to the ground for a minute. Then he like picks himself back up, and he's trying to get it reoriented as the other one, you know, he took a wound, and you can see like his front upper leg, it's got that arrow sticking out of it. It looked pretty damaged, so good round for Xerath. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, and as a bonus action, I would shoot at the giant, but there were 2 natural ones, so that's definitely him.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows, for movement, we're in difficult terrain as the ground around you is icy and slick or filled with snow. So it's costs double movement to move, unless you have anything that cancels that out, of course.
So filled with snow, not flammable.
Well,
No, I won't.
yeah.
I can actually fight.
Yeah,
The fact it's not flammable is the important bit.
but that doesn't stop the fact that you can create an avalanche out of fire. But hey. So Xerath, your turn done? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna move 50 feet back and then that's it.
Alright. So, Isabella.
I'm gonna bring down the lightning.
So you bring your staff out and start to call lightning. Where are you sending it?
I think I'm gonna go for this one.
That one? And what level?
The level is going to be 4.
Alright, so go ahead and cast it as a 4th level spell. It failed its save, and that brings it to 22. So a crack of lightning comes crashing down on top of this snow wolf, and it like stumbles on the ground for a minute, and it gets back up with singed fur as the lightning strikes against its backside. Anything else for your turn? That was your action.
Nope.
Bonus action, anything?
I'm good.
No? You're good?
Nope.
The frost giant, noticing that his wolves are getting hit by something, he's going to make his attempt to come over here. Double check his movement and all that good stuff. He can move 40, so...
Oh my god. I just seen it.
So, Borden, the frost giant kind of closes in on you and kind of looks down at you and is like,
Good.
puny party.
Dwarves and giants hate each other. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, so 2 attacks with its great axe. As it comes slamming down. 23 and a 21. Damn. Those both hit, don't they?
Yep.
Holy shit. 50 damage. As he brings his great axe down twice on you. Wow, that's probably the quickest I ever took one of your characters down in a while, man. But
Oh yeah, you know, when you're rolling, what is that, 3d12, you're gonna do some damage.
that's a pretty great axe, yeah. But yeah, this frost giant and his hunting pack of wolves have found him some adventures to go after. Hey, Borden, you want to retaliate?
I actually, I have a meh idea,
Should I get
and
some...
then a bad idea.
Oh, well, you know me.
And then a worst idea, take the worst idea. Those are fun.
I'm all about bad ideas. Which one you want to start with?
So,
Ooh. So we're doing command?
yeah, we're doing command.
Alright, what are we commanding him?
It's gonna grovel at my feet.
Grovel. Alright, so that's a wisdom or...
It falls prone and ends its turn. Wisdom
Oh.
save DC 16.
Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, wow. He like...
Bow before your dwarven overlord!
Oh my god. So yeah, he starts to bend a knee and he's like, well, what?
No, full prone.
Yeah, well...
The fuck is kneeling? He's
Well,
prone.
he's gonna have to kneel down to get next to you, but he's still considered prone. He's still this lumbering figure. He's like, why am I groveling? I don't get this. But, you know, you got him. You fucking... So that's your command. Anything for bonus action or anything?
Oh.
Or is that your turn?
The only bonus action I have is really not applicable here.
A greater healing potion?
I mean, I've got loads of those. It's just
Hmm.
a spiritual weapon can't be cast after another spell, but I do have multiple healing potions of
Alright, so you're gonna...
varying quality. So yeah, I'll quaff one.
Alright, so you pull out a potion. It's like, man, I finally get to use one of these.
Right?
Yeah, so Oscar. See Borden take a couple blows and then he said, hey, grovel! And the giant kneels down before him. And now it's your turn.
Okay,
Damn,
so
nice.
Not even a full hit.
You almost
so
got 3 max on
that's
that.
20 feet.
Yeah, I almost got max, but it's still not even one of his full hits.
I know, right?
It does take me out of one-shot territory.
Yeah,
Well, not quite, but
yeah,
I still have my buckler to interpose.
yeah. What are we doing, Oscar?
We are looking at a spell for range real quick, and it is the range I thought it was. I'm casting a fireball right here,
Uh-huh.
and it's only going to hit these 2 wolves.
Won't hit the giant?
You can hit the giant.
Oh,
He
I
doesn't
didn't know
get a
if you were
save.
planning on doing something.
No, he
Oh,
doesn't
that's-
get a save if you hurt him. You can beat his ass now. He's prone.
Oh, well, I'm going to kill the giant.
Yeah, the giant.
Like, this was so that our
Yeah.
melee fighters could walk up and have advantage on their attacks to him.
What's your deck save on that?
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Like,
well,
no,
here I was rolling, dude. Come on, what are we doing? You said you
Oh.
were.
Well, I feel bad with the natural 20.
Well, you don't get to roll. Well, yeah, the frost giant is at disadvantage, though.
Well, no, I'm going to use a level 5 scorching around the giant that's on the ground.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack rolls. Now I'll check his immunities. What do we get? How many scorching rays did you get? Fuck.
It's level 5.
4 hit.
And the zeros are supposed to be 5. I don't know why they're 0.
We'll do the math.
So, 4 hit. So, that is 8. 10 is 18.
I did love Dragon Age Inquisition's
so
music.
This is 34 damage. No.
34, so you pelt this guy for 34 points of damage. And he's
And
like...
Quicken spell on Fireball. Because, you already did roll their deck save, so...
I get to re-roll them, dude, so it's fine.
No.
No, I'm not keeping them, because your Scorching Ray blocks my screen, dude, so... Roll your damage.
19 and an 18.
No, roll your damage, and I will re-roll, because it wasn't the time that you cast it, dude. There's, when you cast it's when I do the roll.
Fails all around?
First 2 on that, and I fucking got disconnected. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I got kicked out of the Discord. Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
I don't know why
That
Discord
would
keeps
explain
doing
it
that
if
shit.
you had some DCing issue. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta restart the music, because every time it happens, the music stops too. For me, anyway. Alright, so the Frost Giant definitely fails. The Winter Wolves got 16s. And the save was 17, so they all take 24 plus 5, so 29 points of damage. You watch as one of the Snow Wolves just turn to ash as your fireball ignites it. Holy shit, both of them do, actually. And then this giant looks to his left and right and sees the smoldering remains of his wolves, and he's just letting out this loud little roar, and he's like, no! Now you can feel bad.
I'm gonna run up and couple stabs on this giant.
Alright. You want to make your attack rolls with advantage, because he is groveling.
Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
That's 18 points of damage as you come in. You take a couple of free hits on him.
Then
Go ahead.
I will action surge and hit twice more.
Bitch. Go for it. That'll both hit. 21. He is looking very bloodied as you kind of rake into him. Not twice, but 4 times as you kind of spin attack into him. And then you're like taking your pose and you're ready to go again. But the Winter Wolf, sir. Anything else for your turn?
And bonus action, I will healing light board in.
I'm
twice.
fine.
Oh, you're fine? Okay.
I mean, you can if you want, but he's telling you he's
One
fine.
thing though, the damage is not magical on that blade.
Doesn't matter.
Notice. It's my pack
just
weapon.
packed
It
weapon.
is-
Yeah. Still good. It doesn't matter. This thing doesn't have, like, those kind of resistances. But Zareth, I believe we're up to you now. What would you like to do after you see the wolves burning and this poor giant getting dropped to his knees?
I'm gonna walk up there, so that's my movement and my bonus action to
Alright.
dash,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna attack it with my short sword. And I need to click my token.
Mm-hmm.
That's 22.
And don't you have a sneak attack? Yeah.
For in total of 27 damage.
Oh, he's looking very hurt now as he kind of stares with almost like he's questioning his death. Like, this is how I die? As you
At
kind
the
of...
feet of a dwarf.
Yeah, he's like looking at your gang that just kind of came in here and just tore him off his own mountain, and he's like, this is it? Isabella.
I'll go up here. Well, no.
You
I'll
got
stay right
you have lightning. You have call lightning going.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Alright, so go ahead and roll me that at the level that you cast it.
4th level?
I believe that was what you said. 14, you beat it, so he takes all of that. How would you like to do this?
I just want to see him burn.
So, you call down
He's
the
still
lightning.
prone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so the lightning...
9. God, right up his ass.
No, it's still... The way I see it, this giant is huge, so even prone, you can still get a good aim on him. But...
I was saying the lightning hit him in the ass.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be so. So he takes a bolt of lightning to the ass, and then it just shoots up his spinal cord. Then all of a sudden you see him open his mouth, and brown shit comes out for a minute, and then a bolt of lightning jutters out, and then just evaporates.
And Cindy is now covered in
Juggernaut.
stuff that I don't want to know. And I just press
Oh, does not smell pleasant, to say the least. But but there you go.
Just
You
shaking her hands.
Wait,
and a light-
there's wind. There's wind going, right?
there's a breeze. Yeah, it's like not like a strong.
The smell's carrying, right?
Yeah. I would say that's possible.
I
Yeah.
plug my nose.
Ugh.
Smells like victory. Fucking giants.
Yes, I give Ford a pat on the back.
So yeah, you guys easily dispatched this frost giant with his 2 winter wolves in quick fashion. That was nice. That was actually a threat and a good counter, you guys.
I don't pull command out too often, but when I do...
It's a fucking big command.
Giant steel.
Kneel before me, giant. You know those hits were free.
Like, I was like, I'll give you a chance. Because I brought friends.
So now you're here. Is there anything you want to do with these corpses before we move on?
Seeing as he's downed, I would like, obviously big ass giant's gonna leave some footprints. Can we find his home along with looting his corpse? Because I'm sure he's got some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looting his corpse.
Only one person can loot his corpse. And I am generating stuff to see what you get. Well, he has this giant great axe, which none of you can carry. I mean, you could, but, it's gonna
But
take everything.
I guess.
Let's see if I can do it.
In a pouch, he has a potion of healing, which you all recognize, and about 25 gold pieces in it.
I'm just gonna quaff a couple of my massive supply of potions.
Yeah.
Just chug, 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 chug.
So yeah, he has a giant great axe.
So there's 25 gold pieces, correct?
Yep.
Can we split them 5 each, everyone?
It's up to them.
Well,
I'll give up mine.
I wasn't at all worried about it.
So I guess Sydney can hold on to it.
Like, he's got a home there that I want to get into.
Alright, anything with the smoldering corpses of winter wolves?
I don't think they'd be much good for tanning.
No.
Nope,
Not after
but
that
we can
fireball.
move them out of the way.
So, tell me what you want to do, and I'll get us to that scene, alright? So, you want to move the corpses, or what am I hearing? Zareth, what are you suggesting?
Yeah.
Where are you moving them?
Can we roll them downhill and off the cliff that we seen them?
Not
probably
this
could.
part. Not this part. Like, there's a lot of jagged rock right here that's kind of preventing you from doing it.
No.
sure.
I mean from at the west side here.
If you want to pull them that far, but I think that'd be a waste of energy more than anything.
We can do it in about 10 minutes, actually.
Tinser's floating disc, just scoop him and dump him.
Brilliant.
So if that is exactly what you want to do, I mean, you can do that. But
I mean, yeah, Tensor's floating disc, and I can get on the magic broom and fly 20 feet away from the mountain, and it'll go right up to the edge and just push him off.
Question: did we do survival check on him already, or no?
he's not an animal, so there's no point in survival.
Okay.
Like I just told you,
Yeah, it must
basically,
be investigation to...
it would be, and I was just giving you because he didn't have really much on him. Like,
I have another question. So would the frost wolves be considered an animal or just monsters?
They're animals. You can use them as a shape if you wanted to. They're a huge beast, I
Okay.
believe. Let me double check. That's a good question. Large monstrosity. Never mind.
Okay. Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do those. All right.
Now, would she get the breath weapon though if she changed into them?
She can't. If she had polymorph, maybe.
I do have polymorph.
But never mind. It doesn't work on this either. Yeah, it's got to be a beast too.
Okay.
You have to get shape change. I believe that's what we said.
Shapeshift, level 9 spell.
Yeah. So yeah. Or- I don't think it's level 9 because true polymorph is level
No,
9.
it's level 9.
You sure?
Yep.
Isn't there a polymorph
well-
of some sort that's...
Yeah, but the true polymorph also sets your intelligence and wisdom stats to that of the creature you get changed into.
At any rate, we're not doing any of that right now. But yeah, for the sake of your bee shapes, no, you can't turn into these.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So we spend 10 minutes waiting for Oscar to cast Tinser's floating disc, right? What is the weight
And I had to have
capacity?
time
on
to
that?
chug potion.
Yeah. What's the weight capacity on that again?
Can I collect some of my one arrow that I missed?
Yeah, you can get it. No problem.
That's shape change.
Oh, I don't want shape
Yeah,
change.
I was saying that. Don't worry about it. I didn't
I
know
want-
it was that big. Sorry.
That's huge. Yeah. No, I thought I'm waiting for your Tinser's floating disc. I need to know the weight.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you can pick the giant up or not.
At 500 pounds, does it weigh more?
Yes, it does. So you
Can we
you
just
can.
cut off the arms and slowly get it off or something?
Yeah, we can do piece by piece. Not that big a deal.
It's not going
Yeah,
up,
we're
guys!
gonna-
Quick, chop off its legs.
Borden has no issue butchering a giant.
The Borden's up there like, put your axe down and I'll hammer it in.
And I'm trying to pick his axe up so I can use it,
Oh
use
my
it on axe to
God.
cut him up.
I will help him with this, with my strength.
Oh mercy.
We can do this, Borden.
Make
Teamwork.
athletics with advantage.
I point out
Oh,
where
me?
they.
Yeah, you got the
I point
giant
out
axe.
with.
It's already
where they
got
can-
advantage. It's already got advantage. You don't need to point out anything. We're gonna see how well you can heft this giant axe and drop it down, and yeah, you chop this thing up into chopped liver. So you take Tinser's floating disc, you plop both of the the Arctic wolves off the cliff, and then you take piece by piece and say "C'est la vie" to the giant in pieces. Meanwhile, the scene cuts to this peaceful scenery where a gnome's inside his house. He's got this wooden tree house, right?
Hey, I asked what was down there. You said there was nothing.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing.
You're on a mountain. You don't know what's down there. So you toss this thing over indiscriminately because there's no telling where you're letting it go. And here's the scene after you drop it. So there's this like dropping missiles coming down, and then suddenly this gnome steps out of his home and he sees splat, splat, 2 white clouds plow into the snowbanks next to him. He's like, what was that? And then all of a sudden he sees these parts of a giant start assailing his tree, and it crunches into his tree house, and then it crunches in behind him. He has to hustle to the other side of a snow mound just to get out of an arm that had its hand about ready to slap him. He's like, ah! It's raining giants! And then we come back to the top of the mountain. At any rate, the giants are
We
gone.
made his day interesting.
I mean, that was just the scene that happened. You don't know what happened down there, technically, but yeah. But now you have this clear passageway, and you're following these tracks back to where he may have been. So, and the map's not going to convey any more than this, but as you travel a little ways, you're following the tracks, and then you find this little cave, right? And it's got like a giant fire spit in the middle of it, and it's big enough for him to like come in and be cozy and everything. And you think you hear puppies? You can hear like soft yep, as you're kind of like at the face of this cave.
Can I do insight?
You can do a perception.
Perception?
Yeah, insight's to read people.
23.
Perception's to look around. You look over and you see like a bunch of furs, and then in the furs you see 2 balls of white just kind of like jumping up and down fighting with each other.
Hey guys, come over here and look.
I'm going to go over.
I'm good on the small animals.
Gordon, do you want any more pets?
I want to
I'm still
snatch a pet.
I've still got a wyvern back home to worry about rearing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a wolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one up real quick before Zareth can take mine.
So you're trying to pick the better of the two?
Yep.
How big are these, like, pups?
Well,
Yeah, like,
okay,
they're
so these
giant
are like...
pups, but I'm sure they've still got some size to
Oh
them.
yeah, it's kind of like carrying like a full-size German Shepherd. But for Lexi's character, that's nothing. Like, they're probably the size
Right,
of a German
nothing.
Shepherd, yeah. But they're pups in this form. They're like jumping off each other, just having a playful fight, and then she's like, oh, come here, yoink. I want you to make an animal handling check as you pick one up. And we'll see what its
Right.
initial reaction is to you. Let me just roll like an insight, because you're a
better than average.
stranger. Oh. So he's like trying to playfully get out of your hands. You're like, no, you're mine now. And he's like, he looks up at you and he's like, okay. He's just like, kind of accepted his fate, like, well, I'm in the air. I don't know how to get out of this. Any suggestion? Kind of look like he looks at the other pup who's still free. What do you want to do, Zareth?
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and see if I can lure it to me.
Make an animal handling check. Okay.
I'm gonna hand Zareth a ration because Goodberry's not a... Like, these eat meat, I'm pretty damn sure.
Probably.
Goodberry is magical. I fed a fox with it.
Mm.
19.
Either through a combination of both the ration and the good berry, I would say you'd be able to get this thing to be friendly, and it kind of like yelps at you and is happily like, oh hey stranger, how you doing? Like he's inviting. Definitely don't make good watchdogs at this age.
Yet.
Yeah. But
Well, other than handing him, the ration, what about is in this cave
Furs.
other than pups?
There's
Hey.
several furs. Yeah,
What do you think about steaks?
I like steaks. We've been talking about steaks all day. We
There's a
have.
bug right there.
Well, anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, I see. I'm almost done here.
Think you can afford it?
I shall name mine Ghost.
Give me about
Are you
15
gonna get a
minutes and
cardboard
then we'll
box
get into
for
it.
him?
I'll let you know.
Wait, that's not the right thing, right? Wait.
Sorry about that. Supper
No,
time. Yep.
So what type of furs?
We're probably looking at, let's think mountain range. Bear furs, giant elk fur. Let's see, what else could there be? Like, what's a big furry creature that a giant would easily
Moose.
find? I'm trying to think, like,
What
if
about
there's-
mammoths?
Ooh, yes, definitely mammoth furs.
Maybe bison? Maybe?
Perhaps. Yeah, it's a mixture of furs that you can easily, like, if you want to do something with it, if you can manage to carry it out somehow, like, I mean, there's parts that you'll be able to grab, but, like, there's...
I don't know, like rolling him into basically carpet tubes and dropping him down the foot diameter bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do it if you spend time doing it.
Yeah, I'll
there's
look
a-
to make some boots out of mammoth.
Yeah, there's some, like a fire
Some
spit
tusks?
that is, like, way bigger than any of you. Like, there's a kettle on this fire pit that if you could literally, like, climb up to and then jump into, it'd be like a swimming pool for you, almost.
I mean, I'm sure he's not jumping in his kettle.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to... No.
Can I do a detect magic?
You can.
Do I see anything shiny?
Nope.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Are the mammoth tusks here as well?
Make an investigation for that.
I'll help him. Because that's interesting as well.
20 then.
You find one mammoth tusk.
Okay.
Yep.
Would this still fit in a bag?
Yeah, you could angle it in there, I think.
Like a mammoth bone dagger or sword or something like that.
Well, no, just place it in your home. It's like, look, we found this in a giant's cave. It's a mammoth
Yeah,
tusk.
it's
It's
a,
cool.
it's a trophy. There you
Okay.
go. Yeah, you got decorating to do. But, yeah, you... Like, he didn't have, like, any material possessions that you would expect a human to have. So, it's like furs and, like, maybe rations of some sort that he might have drying out. And, just some grotesque corpse of his last kill that's probably still hanging. Other than that, that pretty much finishes up what's here.
So we took all the furs, is that correct, everyone?
That was the
Oh.
plan.
Yeah,
The
and
most well kept, I would say.
so as a reference, like, I don't have the exact amount for you, just put, like, the giant pile of furs we found in this location, and I'll reference it to you whenever I have time to come up with the actual loot for it, alright? I mean, it's gonna be everything I said, but I might add to it, so...
Okay.
So yeah, what I think we should do is, now that we're here, this is probably a good stopping point. So we'll go ahead and end the session here. We'll pick up on this next week, and see if we can't find these cultists in this mountain range. Any objections?
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good job, guys. Welcome
So
to the
that-
party, Lexi.
Thanks.
So that's spending the night went completely different than I would just envisioned. I was hoping for some time skip, and like 5 minutes later, we're off to the mountains.
No, you can't just time skip. You gotta have a reason for it. You guys needed to prepare still, and there was stuff that was still uncalled for. So yeah, like, And I wanted to take our time getting to the mountains because the second part of this I want to like actually plan out. I didn't have all this completely planned. I got Dragon Spine up, I got the quest going, and then I was still doing a lot of improv here and there. But I want to get you some more solid details now. Now I know exactly.
And we got pets.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's something. So what you have are winter wolf pups. And
Do I put that in my inventory or item name?
you can put that in treasures on your second page if you want.
Yeah, train them up to be great guard dogs. Yeah.
And when they get fully grown, I'll give you their actual stats. But for now, I'll have their stats kind of hidden from you guys because they're going to be pup versions. So don't expect too much out of them.
Oh, I'm going to be fiddling with mine.
Alright. And with that, we'll go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, even if it was a brief moment. We will pick up on this campaign next Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, and join us Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Tynak Kingdom, where we're, what were we doing? Fight Pit.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Fight Pit and a Dragonborn who had a stink cloud as he
Bastard.
left. Yeah, that was interesting. So join us for that one as well. And we will catch up with you guys Wednesday. We'll try to stream off and on, but I've been lazy. Sorry. But other than that, go ahead and say goodbye to the archives.
See
Bye,
ya.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Night, everyone. So,
And with that, do you hear the calling? You know, that one that tells you your stomach's hungry?